My Lord, it's me. Sorry, my Lord, it's I. It's I. It's I, Lawyer Kutajini. Please, my Lord, can you give me a time I explaining things to you? The case is old case. It's 1978, 28th century, the case. But it's not now the case. Thank you, my Lord. Yes, please, my Lord. My Lord, it's me. Sorry, my Lord, it's I. It's I. It's I, Lawyer Kutajini. Please, my Lord, can you give me a time I explaining things to you? The case is old case. It's 1978, 28th century, the case. But it's not now the case. Thank you, my Lord. Yes, please, my Lord. My Lord, it's me. Sorry, my Lord, it's I. It's I. It's I, Lawyer Kutajini. Please, my Lord, can you give me a time I explaining things to you? The case is old case. It's 1978, 28th century, the case. But it's not now the case. Thank you, my Lord.
So when you come kokoda, say we shall when you come so Coalition Center, na kobo electoral commission for home by the MI. So when you come kokoda, say we shall when you come so Coalition Center, na kobo electoral commission for home by the MI. So when you come kokoda, say we shall when you come so Coalition Center, na kobo electoral commission for home by the MI.
Na atamfo ya nyami atamfo ya nyami atamfo ya nyami mi enyala je nyumojibo onyami ogbe kokoko na atamfo ya nyami ko tamfo yo tamfo ya nyami mi enyala je nyumojibo Kajo gbe mi ni gbo, wo ba gboko. Kajo gbe mi ni gbo, wo ba gboko. Aseun agbeje, yalo agbeje, me wonje mi o gbe kokoko. Na tamfo ya nyami ko tamfo. Yo atafo ya nyame mi ejala je nyumojibo onyame ogbe kokoko na atafo ya nyame ko tafo yo atafo ya nyame mi ejala je nyumojibo onyame ogbe kokoko ye kajo gbe mi ni gbo Anyami kajo gbe mi ni gbo wo ba gboko aseun agbeje malo agbeje le wonye mi ogbe koko
Shamak Israel Yehowa Elahenu Yehowa Ekad We ahata et Yehowa Elohika bika luvika Uvika navashika Uvika miyopika Tode yashak in English. Shamak Israel Yehowa Elahenu Yehowa Ekad We ahata et Yehowa Elohika bika luvika Uvika navashika Uvika miyopika Tode yashak in English. In the Shamak Israel Yehowa Elahenu Yehowa Ekad We ahata et Yehowa Elohika bika luvika Uvika navashika Uvika miyopika Tode yashak in English. In the Tode yashak Todiasach, 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 Todiasach. Shamak Israel Yehovah, Elahenu Yehovah Ekat, we ahata et Yehovah, Elohika bika luvika, we ahata et Yehovah, we ahata et Yehovah, we ahata et Yehovah, Elo, we ahata et Yehovah, we ahata et Yehovah, Elohika bika luvika, Kabika luvika, Elohika bika 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 luvika, Yehovah, Elahenu Yehovah Ekat, we ahata et Yehovah, we ahata et Yehovah, we ahata et Yehovah, we ahata et Yehovah, we ahata et Yehovah.
Ayeye, mama yanwene ho, mama yanwene ho, ayeye, edien. Mama yanwene ho, edien.
Shamak Israel Yehovah, Elahenu Yehovah Ekat, we ahata et Yehovah, Elohika bika luvika, we ahata et Yehovah, we ahata et Yehovah, we ahata et Yehovah, we ahata et Yehovah.
Ayeye, mama yanwene ho, ayeye, edien. Mama yanwene ho, edien. Ayeye.
All right, good evening and welcome to With Audio Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Akobedu-Taylor. It's exactly 5:15 p.m. It's definitely 9:15 in Ghana. Welcome to the most authoritative, most watched political talk show in Ghana. We are live on TV. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We are streaming live on radio tonight. You can watch the show live on YouTube tonight. Search for Loud Silence TV. We are live tonight on YouTube. We are also streaming live on Facebook this evening. Search for With Audio Respect page and also With Audio Respect page. With Audio Respect page and also Loud Silence TV page. Loud Silence TV or With Audio Respect page. These are the two very important platforms we are streaming the show on Facebook. We are also live tonight on TikTok. Our official name on TikTok is Kevin Taylor _WADR. Kevin Taylor _WADR. We are also in 22 African countries, including Ghana. You can find our platform, our show on Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. If you have any digital TV, you can also search for Loud Silence TV. You will get us live tonight. We are streaming live on radio tonight. If you have an Android device, download Loud Silence Radio. You can be part of tonight's show. And also, if you have an Apple device or an iPhone, go to the App Store, download Loud Silence Radio. My name is Kevin Akobedu-Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. We are here tonight to discuss Ghana. When it's Ghana Day, it's Politics Day. We are not going to do this. We are watching the game. We are watching the Belgium-Egypt game. Yes, I hear ball. 80 show starting at 9 normal because we have a long story. We are very sorry for the inconveniences caused and they know. We were watching soccer. The World Cup is in America. So I was watching my team. They were all watching. There's not a time for me to come and tell you that, because of technical, there was no technical problem. We were watching soccer. Near Shabo. It's way nya de bia eba be and ye be cabro 14 team bia be chiri mu nchira unim se e bobo enti bo no time ne be pon na fast be show no enti nya de bia eba be the GBC kind of a year brofo the inconveniences caused is deeply regretted and our sincere we need ye hwebo dia na ekoso amenti ya nipa bi ekekansam Ajeku Francis 80 ai Adeku Francis Sunye, ono so ha bibi ekoyi. Ede na ekoso a eye yente ya nipa bi akeka nsem last week Friday na sebio ye wie show ni wie Saturday yamba, Sunday yamba and Monday nsem bebre sisi. Ede na ekoso amanfo bi bobo midin ana. Ede na membo obi ade obi abobo midin. Adan me na me ye omu Yesu ana. Me na me ye omu Jesus ana. Ede pa na ekoso konkonsa ho. Inchirechiremu ho ye won chirechiremu adwumbre efa chema wuntumi asam no ho eye apia kubie a oye lawyer ema chema wuntumi a woja chema wuntumi ewo nsuoja ni nyina ensam no abo peso abo apeso abo apele ende eye chema wuntumi ene eye apia kubi eko court na edien pa de kopie mu ewo court judge no ema ruling bi ye benya abokyere edwudwom na Ghana for ehunu kre no eye de omka na omfremamu ni ade dodo ne eye atro nti ye sometimes a jandam ne de aya sebiho munim so mogimi Adekum Francis, team no na minimum. Me shada and this man mixing us out. Adekum, and I say, Adekum Francis. So why do you think Adekum Francis Adekum? I don't know the crowd go minimum crowd. Yeah, you say Francis. Adekum Francis. Inti. Yebejum ama Ghana for ehu and in semi bresi amanfo omo resign omo retire from the Jubilee House all the way to a year Ghana for in your homes no jumade bia yebechechirim ama obia atene ho ase ama Ghana for ehu no kre no bidin ya de Kevin Taylor amon bo mechidom no from the Gold Team me bejum ama Ghana for de ehu de eko na konkonsa ho ana ma menhwe comment no konkonsa ni wodi abetum de jumade na just because show na kasa ya starting in term ma meka hello ncheni paka krebi or Facebook YouTube channels now mo share ni nyina no mo say nyina family and that we are here to listen to the truth on a year Facebook rejoices there. Nuruddin is also live on YouTube tonight. Humu is watching me tonight. Humu Suleiman is live here this evening. Michael James is also live watching me tonight. Obiso Etese Mabel watching me. Noah Alawiya is live on YouTube tonight. Money is watching me. Vida is also live here this evening. Papa Hydro is watching me all on Facebook and YouTube. Pfizer Adams is also live on YouTube tonight. Me who be say Samson Sessi watching me this evening. Mamudu is also live here. Joyce Forjo is watching me. Mamenko TikTok. Namenka hello Cheni Paka Krebi. It's been a while. Girls no me who watch it. On TikTok no me who will be to say Bruhani TV watching me this evening. Also Cash Kid is live on TikTok this evening. Benjamin watching me tonight. Obiso Edison Elvis Nat live here on TikTok this evening. Gentleman in Black is also watching this evening. Amario is live here. Equiaya, good evening to Equiaya. Good night tonight. Thank you very much, Equiaya, for being here. Julie Nelson is also live on TikTok. General FCS watching me this evening. Me who will be said John Kinyagin watching me. Ernest Owusun team is live on YouTube. Also, Maui is also live here on YouTube. Trev on Facebook, Has is watching me. Also, Shaibu Muhammad is live on Facebook. Yao Vincent is also watching me this evening. Clara is live here this evening. Also, me who will be to say Aisha Bulai watching me this evening. Thank you very much, Aisha, for being here. On TikTok, Success is watching me. Also, Papa C is live here. Kobe Freedom is live on TikTok this evening. Kwiti Francis Tete is watching me this tonight. Lalid is watching me this evening, and Samuel Kuma is also live on TikTok this evening. Welcome and thank you very much for tuning in. This show is with All Due Respect Extended Version. We are streaming live from our studios in Washington, D.C. We're here tonight to discuss Ghana. Most importantly, Ghana politics, issues happening around the government, and also some important news Ghanaians need to know. That's my reason for being here this evening. So if you're here, I'd like to say thank you very much for tuning in. Mama yan fanshi shasu na Ghana for enhu de eko enjujumu eninchirechiremu internet atena se. Boni ben na maye adasa ama adasa ekekansem boni ben na adasa so aye nipa nipa so ekekansem kire adasa. Na me hwa de wa ha. Okay. Team, are we good? Mama men kwaji permission na yenko enim. Team, are we good? Team, are we good? Okay, if we are good, then we're good to go. MPP4 says it's here and yen to Abama or Mona. It's the MPP4 my focus any day. And sometimes I get worried and concerned about how the NPP, they lose focus easily. Sometimes you ask yourself, say, what are they actually looking for as a political party? Their communication, the leadership, their communication, no. Target in the as it say, Jomu betibia no mu di echira na is na omo pese omo de kire say omo ye a party in opposition. Sometimes you want to ask omo clear cut mission or any what's the direction when it comes to NPP communication? Is it say obi tina Facebook na otron sembia na obi adi echiri? Does the party have structures when it comes to their communication? And I just want to know. I want to know because is a party following people's personal opinion, or they are following opinions that matters, that can change minds? You see, they are general opinions. There are opinions where Ghana Nina Sibio Otonade or Makola Otonade or KJT Ghana Nina Sibio Yembuno, they naturally don't care about Nipadodo Omiye Juma Ewaha Nasa Ha Nas. No, they want to see say abino aye bibi to say ende abino etumati petroso dollar no. When it comes to dollar no sibi etie no aye consistent agidia bem abino echre say dipa ne hia asem no ene ye omo hia asem, you know. But I want to ask the NPP for about 3 days in my monitor NPP for communication power. You can see say any clear cut plan biya. Somebody can just get up one day as part of the NPP so-called Impeni4 and put something out on social media. And all of them will be speaking on that. I'm like, but this is not an official statement from the government. Even the person who spoke or wrote those things on Facebook, on certain capacity, on your research. So that's what I'm asking. The NPP communication, where are you people headed? Plan your day. Is it say, Ebia small boy bit na Facebook no atro bibi na ye nyina ye di echire ye ne ye tro, and I say Ebia miracle aboaje or on a personal issue with some people na ni tirim no sankofo no are not writing things or saying things that basically it's in favor of NPP and onu ni tirim no sa anyoma ni tia NPP nti. If he has issues with people, that should be the direction of the NPP communication. I want to know, because my study on where we say for about 1 year and 7 months, the NPP still their communication, there's no direction here. Obi kotina TV so na oka mo akohene na yire ho asem ene one. No obi akotina TV so na oka Franklin Kujo ene K Kujo ho asem. How many people in Ghana eno mu vote omunim Franklin Kujo ni K Kujo? And how many people go to the ballot thinking about Franklin Kujo ene K Kujo, what they write on Imani platform, and I say what they basically research and write on? How many people? How many people in Ghana? And as I see omote Ghana, yeka say koko boa aban asa sustain koko eyo problem in there. Koko why na what Ghana is here? Or say my biggest problem you know say koko boa why na what Ghana is here? Koko conversation and the priorities is here. I'm just asking. I know sometimes me person say mo I am direction away. Party na kasa structure is suono. Because my flag bearer nso ko gina baby a or say or a candidate papa yan tomano. But the same flag bearer to me gina when him say these are the things I want you people to talk about. Adechi amusu with Jimmy, then you are discussing something else. So at this point, who is directing the party? The communication, even around Bawumia himself, who is directing the communication? Because the honest truth is, Utimu say, Bawumia is not even popular in the party. The party communication cannot communicate about Bawumia. It is basically like, let's go and attack some people for people to think, say, or believe, say, we are in pain into Huyemehi. But the issue here is, your candidate, your winners or true for, how are you selling your candidate idea? First of all, how are you cleaning the candidate for Ghanaians to know, say, Bawumia or true for? And that when he was given power, symposium, it was a lie. And that practically, ultimately, friend who economists, how are you doing that? Because my study more, it is like part, communication direction new. I just so and I'm working in some or China you see Zuba. Adiabechi, you say Sophia Kufu. You see what is the part because for a year and almost 7 months, Obianka Debia for Baumia. And I am fan say yeah, we should still stick to Baumia your truth in your fact no. Because you are Baumia himself, anytime he gets the opportunity, he's not even able to tell people Nipa or yet say on your truth or to disprove BBR. Anything recently, the party are very honest with itself. If the leadership of the party, any omomudi chain kwaran the so-called yeti Facebook customer party no, yeti YouTube customer party no, if the party was going to be honest to itself, it will sit down and do some serious reflection. Because right now, what do we represent? Ghana for anima. How are they seeing us? Are we able to sell any message? Our candidate is Baumia. How many? And we Ghana for 10. 9.5. Omunyabeka se Baumia ya trofo. How are you people changing that narrative? Because my candidate, you know, your receipt, and I Ghana for receipt of nyoma waka ni nyinambem a yatro. So how are you? How when people meet, what do you discuss? When people meet, what do you discuss? Because nobody is going to go to the ballot. Nobody's going to go to the ballot and be thinking about Sophia Kufu and be thinking about Franklin Kujo or K Kujo or people are not going to go to the ballot thinking about Franklin Kujo. Okay, no. So the question here is, and you see the funny thing, when the flag bearer himself, when he gets the opportunity to also sell himself, he also blows it up. Honestly, to me, Nyansanka say, okay, our party communication has broken down. Let me try and communicate some message. Mahmoud Baumia opportunity to speak. The party has broken down. No communication. Nobody is selling. Baumia is done. The flag bearer Baumia also got an opportunity. What was he supposed to talk about? And opportunity no nya and then ananka also can wasem.
Discussing this morning how some of the standards have fallen in some of the schools, that which were the mission schools, they fall in the standards. And I was asking the question, how come we didn't maintain these standards? Very, very sad. I mean, my mother went to Wesley Girls, and the standards were also very, very, very high. These are some of the best schools. The mission schools have produced some of the best schools in our country. Unfortunately, we interfered in their management. And as we always say, when something is not broken, don't try to fix it. Excellence should have been, the centers of excellence should have been maintained. And the formula which made them centers of excellence should have been maintained. Unfortunately, we did not maintain them. And we are paying a price for it. But we will talk more about that. I think you need to get more interested in education in these schools again. So I believe that this contribution is across various segments, and I salute the Christian Council of Ghana. I salute you 100 times. I salute you for what you have done.
What is this? You are talking about standards of mission schools. Like your candidate gets an opportunity to address issues and let Ghanaians know that this is the guy who they say, I am a liar, I am not an economist, I need to prove. And this is what he gets to speak on, standards of schools. My mother went to Wesley Girls. And how did the standards? If it is not broken, don't fix it. And I'm asking, this guy, he's saying nothing. When he's also given the opportunity to make things clear, to let people know the obetumia Nyanse done it. Then at this point, who cares about? You see, Ghana for so many issues. And see, Baumia gets the opportunity. Now I feel the job. Oh, the standards of mission school. Maybe I make Wesley Girls and mission schools, you know, and mission schools are out there. What has mission schools done at this point? He got the opportunity for 8 years. If mission schools started not say, I said that, say. But what is this? This is the candidate. This is the presidential candidate. This guy is a joker. And so, some person who's a party losing focus. Let me tell you something. When the NDC went to position, in 2020, Tamana NDC, John Mahama, Eba Bakano, you could see the potency in the NDC communication. 99.9% of NDC communication was about John Mahama and what he has done and what he can do. That was the three things they were doing. The potency was about John Mahama, what he has done and what he can do. So even those people who doubted John Mahama in the past, now those people started getting the attention of the NDC communication. Because when Sami Jemfi mounts platform, when Asafo J mounts platform, when you get the ladies mount platform, their main message was about our candidate. Our candidate that you did not trust and thought that the lies you heard about him was true. And they were not just saying it, they were disproving every allegation against their candidate with facts. So we study from 2017. What the NDC did was that we want our candidate to come back to power and develop the nation. So our message should be centered around our candidate, whether it's social issues, whether it is religious issues, whether it's, they made sure, economic issues, they made sure that their candidate took center stage in their communication because you are selling a product. And interestingly, because the NDC in opposition, their candidate also knew his responsibility, every single time he got the opportunity to speak, he actually spoke on matters Ghanaians wanted to hear about and proved to Ghanaians that he has the intelligence to solve that particular problem. So you could see when John Mahama was in opposition, lots and lots of people paid attention to him because his communication or the NDC communication centered him. They made him the center of their communication. And when he got the opportunity to speak, he made sure that he put the ice on the cake for people to know, oh, that is what the NDC did. And so what's the cry? About 2020 elections, Ghana for the Toma John Mahama, to force elections. Our Mokache Jemenza said, on declare 8 results. So you saw, say, it was a country that they were listening. Now, the NDC did a very difficult, detailed job. But what are we seeing today? The product itself, the product, is not sellable. When the product is given the opportunity to speak, the product now turns into a joker, speaks on everything, no direction, because you are the product. Whatever comes out of your mouth is what your communicators will pick and do what? And open up detail for people to know what you were trying to communicate. But this is the situation. The flag bearer met the party hierarchy and said, this is our project. They are taking our project. Go and they go outside and they are discussing Abronye. They are discussing Amwakohene. 90% are discussing me, Kevin Taylor, Mentuaba or Ghana. Me, Kevin Taylor, Mentuaba. Menji any political portfolio. Menya a government appointee. Mwanga Samubekase me a Facebook blogger. But the whole party communication, they dump or ditch their flag bearer's message and they come and attack me because they believe that the message I am putting across is more important than Mahamudu Bawumia. So anytime we say the party is Siwono, the NPP, the communication now about Bawumia, are they intelligent enough? And Bawumia himself, does he see it? So Bawumia gets the opportunity to do what? To speak for people to, without due respect, believe so in answer. And what did he do? He's speaking about mission schools. Mission schools. But if we decide to go back to mission schools issues, who created the mission schools problems? In 2016, this story. In 2016, government to give mission schools back to religious bodies. 2016. And MPP forecast as we what happened when the MPP came to power. Makacham said, Mahmoud Bawumia, he's back again concerting himself. 2016, this is May 17, 2017, after they won power, they said they were going to give mission schools back to religious bodies. 8 years, what happened? Bawumia is a joker. He's basically a liar. He doesn't know what he's doing. And I feel bad for the MPP. Because Enyansafonim, they are not intelligent. I know Yasami using words, but you see, I've done this job for a long time. I know a party that has collapsed. I know a party that does not have communication, strategy. I know a party that does not have any direction. And the MPP is a typical party, any direction. 2016. So if today, 2026, Bawumia is now selling mission school messenger, then it means there's something wrong. Even, let's give it to Bawumia. Say, Bawumia spoke about mission schools being handed over to the religious bodies. The question here is, how many people have you heard from the NPP side elaborate on Mahmoud Bawumia speaking on mission schools? How many people from the NPP communication have you heard speak on this?
Discussing this morning how some of the standards have fallen in some of the schools, that which were the mission schools, they fall in the standards. And I was asking the question, how come we didn't maintain these standards? Very, very sad. I mean, my mother went to Wesley Girls, and the standards were also very, very, very high. These are some of the best schools. The mission schools have produced some of the best schools in our country. Unfortunately, we interfered in their management. And as we always say, when something is not broken, don't try to fix it.
When something is not broken, you don't fix it. So why were you saying that in 2016, 17, why were you, Bawumia, and the MPP telling us we are going to hand over the mission schools to the religious bodies? Because it had not broken yet. There was no cause to make that statement. So coming to 2026, for you to even be making this statement, it means you are daft. You don't even understand what you are doing. You are a joker. Papa na dwene wo form. Papa na dwene wo form. These mission schools you are seeing, the heads are appointed by government. So when you make an argument to say, you, Bawumia, you were going to hand over the mission schools to the religious body, most of the mission schools, the heads of the mission schools are appointed by the government. Do you know that? You see, Debbie, I'm catching Ghana for say, so politician kasa nyabotena dwene so onimnyansa na onimnyansa. If you tell me you are going to hand over the mission schools to the religious body, then it means technically you don't want government involvement in running of the schools. You want mission schools to totally autonomously handle the schools. And can they do that now? No. It's a conversation that is not even needed now because the schools are flowing naturally. Once in a while, we hear one or two things, but they are able to recalibrate and also to infuse into the system. So what is not broken? Why is this junkie today standing in front of these men? I keep telling the MPP, there's no message. You people don't understand. And I keep helping you people. At this point, me a call and I may guide the MPP with Jimmy. I see you people. You see, I am a yes sir. They be a magana for with Jimmy, but you people are not even ready to change. You have no communication. We're losing power 57 against 38%. Franklin Kujo and help, like you see somebody like Miracle Abuaji. Then his target is Franklin Kujo. How many Ghanaians care about Franklin Kujo? With all due respect to him, how many Ghanaians care about what Franklin Kujo will write? With all due respect, at this point, how many people care about K. Kujo? Or how many people? The Ghanaian does not care about. Franklin Kujo can do what he wants to do. But at the end of the day, what influences the person's decision? It is what you will do. You, the opposition. Wait, Jimmy. And every day I keep telling people, MP Pinegu and Mahmoud Bawumia ontie futuo. He's not intelligent in the first place. He's not smart. The guy is just a joker. And over the weekend, Ya started show na no. I heard Arthur Kennedy say Bawumia ye hypocrite on kanokre. You remember Arthur Kennedy time omu yi Bawumia as a flag bearer. Metena ka kire mu say the Arthur Kennedys and those people who came to Ghana to surround Bawumia no. When they came, most of them did not tell Bawumia the truth. Omo Bawumia winning flag bearership campaign no. Omo nyina be chechi Bawumia after Owini and Oregi. We all know after Kennedy, Afoko, all those people who were around Bawumia say party elders, they know Bawumia rigged the elections. They know. People are pained in the party. And no man on this planet can calm those people down. No, because it was deliberate. Almost shared and as we speak, Bawumia da who a delegate system nim. All because of person the executives nina. Bawumia I say party no. This man, I had my own issues with him because I told him, say, for years I have known him our credibility kakra. But the moment I saw him go to Bawumia's house once, twice in meetings, I told him that what he was doing, Bawumia was going to take that credibility away from him. Endi nansa, endi nanai. And the Arthur Kennedy akachire say, Afe wabeti asiye nguse Mahamudu Bawumia sebio onye nipa bi a why ready so betie bibia o no de ekoswa party mu nkwara ne bi di nkwasi asem. He does not care. That is what he basically is grooming. In Arthur Kennedy over the weekend, also chairman won to me plea bargain. People win case in court and they thank the Asante and the president instead of thanking the judiciary. This is not the story I'm looking for. Besides, I'm looking for the other one where Arthur Kennedy was speaking about Bawumia not listening to the things Ekoso party ma we tunufo. Besides, get me that one first. And you can see, Oma Omochibe Bawumia no, Omochibe MPP no, they have come to that realization. Say MPP no, Mahamudu Bawumia no Tuwasa no, and Senfun Ekoso he's fine. And in Penifona Bewu said no, it's a waste of time to put everything on the line to follow Bawumia around. Wokran actually Adebia wa building on pet. So you see, they are all running away. They are all running away from Bawumia because Oban will say, Sana in Saman Kof of Kafa Bawumia. No correct. The guy is that guy we have been talking about. Or you're vindictive, he's not intelligent, he's not smart, and he does not have that balls to handle issues as a leader. And that is the base. Mahamudu Bawumia oni sa kukudro no. Oni sa kukudro na obetuma temu eya asantefo a sebi omo MPP mu a omo ya dramatic sensationalism fo omo tumi twa atro to nipa so edi konkonsam ye bo mabaso no. Mahamudu Bawumia oni sa hwa na obetuma kasa akira asantefo ni bi say we nkurasesem ya party nye se on to me nye. Inti Arthur Kennedy say afene wo be hu say eya Bawumia no onye leader oni hwa. And me can sense an muya, man muya. Besides, get him the video and get me the thank you, Mr. I think I have. Do I have the video on the system? Yeah, Mummy Uncle Arthur Kennedy.
Honorable Ajay Bafo, who made a comment on my comment on the MPP. I met Dr. Bawumia one-on-one for 45 minutes. They made the meeting public. I thought it was confidential. But I'll tell you one of the things, and when I left, I chose to keep quiet. And I'm an optimistic person, so I still hold out hope that we'll get to where we need to get to. I'll tell you a small part of the meeting. I told him that the day before meeting him, I told my mother-in-law, who is a die-hard MPP supporter, that I was going to meet Dr. Bawumia. The woman said, Doctor, yes, momu no one at the buy, so on at the buy there we are dear pa bonabaso. Then he added, and so yes, renting food this capra to minka. I repeated that to the good doctor. He said nothing, no defense. I went on to tell him about the activities of people like Abronya and others and gave him chapter and verse, giving him a chance to defend himself. He said nothing. So respectfully, don't provoke me. There are a lot of things, but I think it was a confidential meeting, so let's leave it here.
Arthur Kennedy, o se me ne ba obi o kasa e. Enkwasi ade Abronya ye. nkwara omo ke nsɛm a oyi omo free prison ɔne na yere air protect akromfo party dim a wama party da ɔse ba omi ahwere nim sreye ɔse ba obi anya nipa bi ebetumi de ani ato no so ɔse that guy is not a serious guy no onye obi a oye bema mu a ne hwo a entaw mienu dem ɔse onye bema oni sa mental fortitude no to lead the leadership qualities oni bi ataka is na odwene say the ekoso party mu a abronye ejimi enkwara ne dikade de atam ɔse okachen say menkoyi obi a wo prison omudi nkwasasam aba omi ahwere nim wanka bibia ɔse ene sere ɔse wanu no ho say Mahamudu ba omi aye nipa ono osori kodi nechi. This is where we are today. Now you think say when you speak about Franklin Cudjoe or K. Cudjoe, what this man is saying to change the minds of people? No. Because man we MPP ni or can one chechere MPP no home or you penny no party nim. Enti Ghana niya onim se ba omi aye trofo only that thing to be called a leader. Now first no na adwere cry say ebi I katoba. When who say the true or then chem free nsu ase be catch or say aponchire ni ewu a men di ni chim. Papa way aka kire mo. I said the guy is not somebody we can trust. Now me mete asonyene so. And then me be phone lines. Me ya say your party communication break it down. And then me be phone lines for her. 99% of Ghana form be free phone we so from different parts of the nation. They don't know who Franklin Cudjoe is. They don't know. 99% of Ghana form team nkurasi ade omo no to aba no omo agi Mahama di say Mahama ne NDC for buy $1 na was 17 omo di aba be 11 Ghana nyoma na bo den and yate nyoma so sankofo no omo nim Franklin Cudjoe bro for kan won kan okay Cudjoe no those people some market no if you are not careful won't be break it through that market for life. It takes people who are honest. Some market no voting market no. Some market no. Some group of people na moje say moka Franklin Cudjoe wansam, K. Cudjoe wansam, Kevin Killer. Some kofo na mutu aba no. Omo na ko kirem kire se ba omi anya kromfo. Ko kirem kire se atakere se ba omi a onye bema obetime gina na so adwene nyansa. Omo na also ko kire omo. You people, you have lost it. You are done. My last platform, Paul Adomotri. But also TV so, over the weekend, I heard the NDC General Secretary made some statement. You see, Obana, or no, or baby, or two abasasa ba and also petrol walk form, or cover Jane or form. Oh, yes, or getting quite a small about NDC General Secretary, and he made it. They don't fucking care. You still don't get it. Wait, TV or MVV. You people still don't get the communication. You still don't understand. Still, you have not learned the modern politics. Montiasie. Shepo Yando. Now, a whole nation. Yenjai Bibia because this guy is standing trial. Akwa with mental patient 20 Yenjai.
Shamak Israel Yehowa. Ela henu Yehowa ekat. We ahata et Yehowa. Elohika bika luvika. Uvika navashika. Uvika miyopika. Tode yasach.
But damni way. A regional chairman is nobody. Way. This guy has mental issues. In the whole political party. And her party, Nanka, the person in the court. Almost for him to say, or court or medinichi. They are even shy. You people are too foolish. Can't you be rational a little bit? Aqua way. Where you are bottom? Where Jimmy? You can see all psychological problem. Into Wenty, Yenja Bibia. This guy is a mere regional chairman. Mamaka be in German. Senka a bono regional chairman or the infant quantum chair. I brought your with Jimmy Chen untumi. Say a stream for MPP, Northern Regional Chairman, and call a court say and can MPP for Anka who say stream for be track a ye court a ye did you hear that? He Senka a eastern for Senka a southeast or northeast, Senka a upper west, Senka a central. You see the reason why Chema went to me as my Ghana Because at this point, a mere party chairman, a regional chairman, it is because baby o free bano. Omo hono dodo ni dwumadi. Dodo no ehu politics to say anwonafo ne asantefo ntokwa. Eni ntina chairman wuntumi kwase asem original court nipa bi so enya story. Yeah. But who is chairman wuntumi? Chairman wuntumi is chairman wuntumi because no regional chairman o Kumasi. Eno ano. Why do you think he's more seen as an important individual? Because of the people that do deal also as regional chairman. No. Dodo ni dwumadi. Dodo ni ntumi ndwene entra. Baby as a chairman wuntumi adwene wono. Enti they hail him. On a normal day, being a regional chairman is nothing. It's not any crazy portfolio. A party, and there's someone on a dano. And he said, what's the deal? Sometimes we waste time. It was the MPP, naturally, deep down, on my general form. Now, Obia Oya Ghana ni sisi a Oshemeno. I say, hey, Kevin say, I buying time a petrol more din and saying na ye hu de yenye nwa nka petrol kosoro no aban mo kai jo mahama aban na adwiri se odisika ebeto a ode beboa ma petrol bo na kofom ende petrol boyfo aban eyi 1 city ne friwo we na Ghana fo hwam ka se jo mahama ne NDC fo ni nyansa. Government ends fuel price cushioning policy, scraps 1 city 7 pesos per liter relief on diesel effective June 16th. In the time America for the Iran for the didn't to quality jinemuno, Sankaya John Mahama buying and intervene and I say, this Kabe mu say, Petrono, dear a bona better so begu so no, say a band badges I can anchor to petrol be 30. And so John Mahama ni NDC are buying any million centi. Time America ni Iran talk with muye dino. Omukache Ghana for say, sa a ye a bona better petrol so abema petrol boakos or abaje mename. Enti una hiha ono 3, 4, 5 months ago na it was hey war you koso Ukraine for the hoko Iran America ko yesi atode ade mu hey ade ne petrol go na eye John Mahama ne ndisi aban na de sika puduo ye ka se 1 liter bia 1 cedi na aban de agito no so onim sika dodo John Mahama ne ndisi aban je saka no ende petrol bo no aba for ma John Mahama de sa 1 cedi ende sa e kan ye fruo enti e ba be to petrol at the same price we need to buy it lower. This is what I buy here. When you show the two about, I'm looking at this. I'm not looking at Franklin Kujo. I'm not looking at K Kujo. I'm looking at the abane here. The abwa maamena okofa tomatoes ewa asengriguano. When you yede dinkomo. When you yede day to day bread and butter issues. Nenye when na Ghana for person moti. It is about omia. Ewa nyanse bi aburu weso. Nanko abeche bi se me nyanse aburu weso. That is basic governance, basic communication. And they go ahead your moye. And tell me say MPP for what's your focus? They say I'm focused in there. Ochina we kaso for ekufu. Ochina we kadi. Then na mo pesa mo kayanya dian obi a ochina we ka koko. What is this? Mama Jumana is Yama NDC and it worries me because they need an opposition that is intelligent, an opposition that will show, say, they can be in opposition and be responsible and intelligent. But we are seeing a free flow government. It's worrying because people like us, we want to have an opposition. Opposition, we don't have opposition in Ghana. Ochina, anya Franka Mwako hinia. Eye MPP executives bi omukọ Sameje mfie yie enye no Ibrahim Mahama anya Ibrahim Mahama Kevin Taylor issues wo ho de se yenya moden se yenya moden now ye dwudwam and Monday cases were court egu hotwe ebia MPP form person beka ho asama kirem ye kirem de ekoso court aban yani an ekacha aban we se pese aban we e make sure say omo di esika omo boy kro no o say aban de ko gina fias ye court na ye dwudwam na ye hu de ekoso inti de bia no aban no attorney general office omo kire through oral no omo kire cases e wo court insem no ebinie Monday ende me no ka say de si wo court ni Eye anopa 9 criminal court 4 Republic versus Bernard Ejubo Siako aka Chema Wuntumi Samurai Boy illegal mining case motion on notice for leave to withdraw as counsel. Yabeka ho asem enda no pay eye Chairman Wontumi ne former lawyer eye Apiaku bi eko court say okwa akotwe ne ho afiri Chairman Wontumi ho say onye ne lawyer biem eno anopa na yi no mudi ho asem madwudwam de ekosi wo court akyerew. About 9:30 PPP specialized court Republic versus Hanan Abdul Wahab Aludiba and buffer stock case completion of case management conference and the 9:30 so buffer stock case the accused any the prosecutors nyina share judge be for the CMC case management conference yes say krata we will be we susu will be I we dey mini be fa we mame and send e be gina court abechirichiri bi ntende dwumadi a buffer stock case no e course no 9:30 anopa pepe about 10 and the anope specialized court 1 Republic versus Kobina Edubuahin and 2 others cyber security software scandal completion of cross examination of third prosecution witness and then also a course Edubuahin case no course prosecution no se bi obeka attorney general no omo bedi adanse ama attorney general no Edubuahin lawyers no etoto oma no and eno so ekoso court one so eno so the course and the third prosecution witness no yetoto na no ema bibia course wawa and ebo anopa non do 10 a.m. now about 6 a.m. or Ghana High Court Republic versus Osei Esibe Entry National Service Case Management Conference and also no almost court and 10 anopa 10 o'clock no and also no case of national service case no and also omko CMC wo ho and also nyina ekocheche krata mu kire judge said be be pie court obi anka say oh krata we dey midibi we dey wanka ho asema nkire me witness dey onibi omko say for the CMC case management conference and also ekoso ende now ochina the 16th of June court besa akoso ye on where kekere mpese ndi MP before munye na Ghana fo hu eno ano edwo anya din Aleku Francis, yanom kakra, no homo. Ochina on the 16th, Tuesday, anopa 10 o'clock pepepe, ubetumako court to akohe case nibi. Criminal Court 1, Republic versus Akonta Mining and 3 others. Tano Nimiri Forest Reserve Mining case. Cross-examination of third prosecution witness. Inti Ochina, Ochina, anopa 10 Chairman Wontumi beko court Tano Nimri Forest Reserve mining case no eno so nkwa kwotena se yabedo to nkofo no adansiefo a obobedi adansie case no ochina nopa 10 o'clock pepepe Chairman Wontumi ebeko court na menim lawyer odene beko Mr. S Mr. P this case is still being handled by just say I don't know how to say enti cases that Chairman Wontumi so no Apiaku bi a select bi no say how dey menya lawyer biem na ebi ho oda ho ye lawyer emi for dem wajibi o ochina no pa 10 o'clock and opaso Criminal Court 4 Republic versus Gifty Oware Mensah National Service case na bekoso cross examination of first prosecution witness ochina be cross examine the first prosecution witness ewo court and also 10 Gifty Oware case no National Service for case no bekoso ewo ochina and then no pay na me read about National Service for case, and environmental impact. We a scholarship secretariat. I was reading the mining lease balance sheet cabinet. And now me reading Gifty Oware case, all the documentations, scandals, of course, so any Kronoa boy, I was reading about it this morning. Ochina 16th, ochina no 10 o'clock. Mobit me share Gifty Oware our court. Now wukwada ana Wednesday 8:30 and 2 8:30 oral our court. The case case fa Criminal Court 4 Republic versus Bernardine Chubosiako aka Chairman Wontumi and 2 others. Samra Boy illegal mining case deadline for addresses if any. It's Wednesday ombesa ako court Chairman Wontumi Samra Boy case addresses and also ochina Wednesday the lawyers besa ako court Wednesday and Thursday anopa 10 a.m. General Jurisdiction 10 Republic versus Bernardine Chubosiako aka Chairman Wontumi and 2 others Exim Bank loan case Enti Thursday so chairman won't be court Exim Bank sika okodia owia dia wamfa anye dwuma ende ye busa ne ho asem mete se obi ka se an chairman won't me Exim Bank sika no ogie no sika keke no ogie wenku nipa otweba. You see debi ameka che MPP for any communicators and say mumu do no madwene wo form magimi. There's a reason why your ADB Bank wait to loan. There's a reason why your Absa Bank wait to loan. There's a reason why wait to Ghana Commercial Bank akoji loan. Sa banks we nyina ukoji loan wa omu nyina wo terms and conditions. And there's a reason why people in Kofoko Exim Bank akoji loan. Now so Oko Bank say Oko Exim Bank akoji loan. The purpose is for what? Exim Bank for omuma loan for DN. Now say Oko Exim Bank. Now Abra winim all the banks in Ghana. So over to me any bank. And I know Chairman want to me does not work with does not work with only Exim Bank. I think say, and I believe so he works with other banks. Why do you think Chairman want to me went to Exim Bank? Oko Exim Bank no okoji sika no so de be ding. Court, otna court near to 2-1. The motive in your head crown it will oko jail. Do you know that? And this is not just motive. Now motive no okoji eye loan na eye. The motive was okoji loan no e de akoye fu. Exim Bank omo ma loan se fa ko yemfa nko to ship. Exim Bank omo ma loan say yemfa nko to kantwi. Exim Bank emma loan say yemfa nko bie asori. Exim Bank emma loan for a reason. The purpose is there. It is also Exim Bank. Na so okoji loan then it means say your mission and the intent, you know, because bank is one, there is a purpose for that bank giving that kind of loan. And it's all just a loan, no. Now, one for loan, no, yet what it was intended for, then it means say motive not by loan, no, it was wrong. On that basis, you can be found guilty of doing what? Of you manipulating, deceiving the bank. What am I saying? Ain't the idea crampo say wokoji bank idea na da utim no enye idea papa. Into the question every experience a year prosecutor will ask Chairman want me in the courtroom was, why did you go for the loan? That would be my first question as a prosecutor. Say Chairman want me to meet him with the Exim Bank case and answer on the Exim Bank case. I'll ask you a simple question. Please say, do you know this bank? I'm gonna say yes. What's the name of the bank? So, Exim Bank. Can you explain to me what that bank does? Me a prosecutor. That's how I'm going to start it. Oh, Mr. Bosiako, how many banks do you save? That's what I save at here. Have you taken loans from any of these banks? So, yeah, in the past, I took loan from here. Okay. When you took the loan, what was the purpose of the loan? So, I took the loan from bank A to go and put in my business, from bank B to go. So, okay, but do you know a bank called Exim Bank? Okay, say yes, I know Exim Bank. Have you done business with them before? Okay, say oh yes. Do you know why Exim Bank was established? Okay, say I don't know what he's talking about. So do you know why Exim Bank was established? His lawyer will come in and say, oh, objection. I don't think my client should know the history about everyone. So I'm sorry. So, Mr. Bosiako, Exim Bank, have you done transaction or any kind of business with them? That's how I bait you. A good prosecutor will bait you. Into to the point where then the prosecutor will finally ask you, why did you go to Exim Bank to take the loan? You can't just say I want to take loan. You have to give a reason. Because one, you have already, or through your lawyer, explained to us what Exim Bank stands for, or their reason, or the reason why Exim Bank was put together. So I've built you from there. And these are things you can't avoid. Then he'll put the final question to you. Why did you choose Exim Bank? Into Omawati, I said, "Wouldn't Madikudientia wanko KVIP anko loan, okoji loan or Exim Bank." So the motive is what the prosecutor will be establishing. That is what we call common sense. At this point, he has not applied any of his legal experience. He's just basically applying common sense and making the judge sitting there know so we are come for. Mo Jimmy. If a communicator sits on TV and tell me, say, Chairman, I want to make Exim Bank loan, when Kunipa also yakwasia. And I think you know, so Exim Bank loan. But there are things around Salon, no. Some some maybe loan are dangerous. It is a woman tem now them say obi one in the bar. Obi a pelon, obi a themselves watching no adentina nkofo nkwaje one in the bar. Because okwaje one in the bar, papa we wonim say one. So would you 10 Ghana every month to be able 40 Ghana? Are you prepared to pay the 40 Ghana? 2. Wonim say one in the banner, man we ohia sika obetum the tax abetatao. So you look at nyoma wo ho no and so take that decision. Then the man decide to go Exim Bank go just ask. You people are so stupid. Me go law school. My in-laws no more law firm. Once in a while I go support them at their law firm. If I wanted to do paralegal or wanted to be a paralegal, I had paralegal or dada. But most of you MPP for me Jimmy, you are not smart. Anything I'm moving to me tonight, TV so say Kevin Taylor did he attempt to me? Did he attempt? Wait, Jimmy, you go to jail. Kevin Taylor did he attempt? Intiaso did he attempt? I'm so wait, Jimmy, you go to jail. Say Obi Jira baby bien and look at Kevin Taylor did he attempt to me? Did he attempt? Now when you nipa wait, Jimmy, you are going to go to jail. They are going to bait you. You go to jail, be ex-convict. Because the Kevin Taylor can send me. Now the Kevin Taylor yentumi anchina. It does not mean or automatically it does not mean say you will not go to jail. You will go to jail. Because Kevin Taylor small kind no time akere de Japan de ba court to America no se nanka me ni ade a me gina so aka Kennedy open 9 million kan nsa kan into abusa ho de American na me ye de Kevin Taylor ye ni bia no me wo de me de bo me ho ban. You don't. So you don't do what Kevin Taylor did. Echire we Jimmy. And you people are so weak-minded and MPP for that is why I'm asking. More communication, where are you headed? More coin. The party no ba now, Mama Chawa there. Now, Mama go straight. Now you taking care of a year. Sa Assembly. Sky Train. Case or court. SkyTrain trial. $2 million loss was caused by COVID-19. Defense lawyers argue. SkyTrain now MPP for about power. Catch a Ghana for you. Be train deche Mr. S. Pull me. Mo de di wajia. Mo Jimmy sen tampe. Enya tampe phone ni bi. Papa ni bi. En tampe phone na mo Jimmy sen tampe phone ni bi. The ntampia sie bi na champon fie mu MPP for Jimmy sen tampe phone ni bi na ntampe papa no ende muntumi fa mo Jimmy nko Adeku Francis and the MPP for kopie quarter and ye koka eye SkyTrain hun sensem efri eye MPP mpenifo no omo lawyer nano a ose o SkyTrain na ye ka se be ya ma Ghana fo a ye bo hu de wuru de ho Ghana ye kwaje hu $2 million di ye no COVID-19 ti na ye ntumi anya we mu no mu nya nipa and the MP for kopie quarter na ye buso mo se SkyTrain no adentina mo ntumi anya SkyTrain na ma nipa manya ma Ghana fo a mu di $2 million kwa ye ni bebi asikara fa MPP for ka kire se oh SkyTrain na mo ntumi anya ni nyina no problem ni nyina ne say COVID-19 ne ba enti na mo ntumi anya SkyTrain COVID-19 today they are in court blaming COVID-19 on SkyTrain me say one day mo tia no maka kire so oh ba o mia ne hu ni ho na COVID-19 ti time COVID-19 see no ba o mia low sperm count no enti ba o mia ntumi wu biem me say mo tia sa ankofo be ka kire mo Debi akachem say debi ametena me say MPP for omunim nyansa the people leading them and they are not ready to listen to admit to say omunim nyansa messiah get me deche MPP for suma nkwasiafo be betena TV so etna santimemu omantena nkran yo debi amekachem say MPP for person mu jimi a omo start na santimemu messiah I have it say MPP for person mu Jimmy pa omo person starting no mu Jimmy or Ghana so we steady MPP ya omo starting nyina wasantememu otumfo o say tutu asase so e ho na Jimmy ni fifi Yatena kroma mkofo ka say ba omia ye tren kwan no odenam wiem ene kufo de nam ensuase omo ye de deche fi kran e de abakuma ase na ye wasantefo ahemfo te asantememu ye wo mu nkokora ne mbrewa obiembie na no ma enkwara wetena pipi mu kansa de we wo chema wuntumi radio so continuously and they will some say sky train no way sika no way so covid-19 ji sika ne die eni tiro mo ntumi anye sky train no deche
unim sana na da kwa kufa da roma ye build train e na fansuo so seriously ye build train na fansuo so tie be fansuo so deche omo mo Europe UK ni Holland ni ade omunim tie fansuo ni ade enche kra misana na do de fansuo so no ba omi aso do ba fansuo na se di e kwan
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze si ya no akaka no mo wie unim sana na da kwa kufa da roma ye build train e na fansuo so seriously ye build train na fansuo so tie be fansuo so deche omo mo Europe UK ni Holland ni ade omunim tie fansuo ni ade enche kra misana na do de fansuo so no ba omi aso do ba fansuo na se di e kwan
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze si ya no akaka no mo wie
akwa we ode chema wutu na ti wuntumi o we koso mo chire no de ma moku yawe we this is the kind of message e janu asantememu no muti wuntumi radio so na wuntumi te nchen na obi wa MPP mu asantememu di me matam kwasiafo we na muti omo o wa MPP mu from asantini be di me komatam we na koso de ma moku ya no mo we you see where we are say MPP di person mu jimia almost starting asantememu o kan na mu buefu ada ye ntiase we di panyina tam say MPP person mu jimia no mo te o mo to bini dia asantememu no mo start no because ye nuanom asantefo de bi so nkwase asam so how can you sit in Ashanti region with the 2 million manipa or catch us or yet the free kind dia bakuma ase it is ato abama no 2020 na yet wo ebo ye nsem sansem we nyina asantema cancel to you yeah O24 said to te in penifo mo asantememu nyina obi ate they didn't say anything because you see it sometimes I feel say I na asantefo penifo ni bi eye omo de say ye dada asantefo because anke de mrato because untimi go Spain ko yesa ade we untimi ko Morocco ko yesa ade we ye de mrato say hey enya politics intina bebu asantefo nim tia abedi atro wa ba yesa ade na ye be so mu no but in penifo ni je ho ade ya enya ko ntise payday they try a fruma into be Jimmy Cry as so that is what is happening. It is what study the NPP as a political party. So mo be Jimmy Pa almost starting a santimemu. You check their history. Check. Nancy as a cocoa, Boko former the whole world that NDC nkwa ban etumi tua cocoa e kapapa ama and cocoa kuafo e wusa ampa aban papa ba nyansa for the day nim no. Omo ko start ye cocoa campaign almost starting a santimemu. The NPP no sebi omo wan santifo ni bi dodo no mo di omo chi so omo agimi me ka omo se me di atem me di watemo me show the reality how they see you abrante we na nko so de ma kokoo na kokoo wi na nka ma kokoo pitu anu magu so kwase ampanyiwe
unim sana na da kwa kufa da roma ye build train e na fansuo so seriously ye build train na fansuo so tie be fansuo so deche omo mo Europe UK ni Holland ni ade omunim tie fansuo ni ade enche kra misana na do de fansuo so no ba omi aso do ba fansuo na se di e kwan
Eurostar.
Yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze si ya no akaka no mo wie unim sana na da kwa kufa da roma ye build train e na fansuo so seriously ye build train na fansuo so tie be fansuo so deche omo mo Europe UK ni Holland ni ade omunim tie fansuo ni ade enche kra misana na do de fansuo so no ba omi aso do ba fansuo na se di e kwan
Eurostar.
Yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze si ya no akaka no mo wie unim sana na da kwa kufa da roma ye build train e na fansuo so seriously ye build train na fansuo so tie be fansuo so deche omo mo Europe UK ni Holland ni ade omunim
tre fence room near the enche cry. Mizana na do de fence so no, but me also do buy fence so na se. Di e kwan.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze see no, akaka no mo wie.
Like, you see, the boldness in the stupidity. And the menoka some that want to me okumasi. Emma, yeda ho asantifo bi tie wuntu mi. Mesem, mo asantifo bi amudi MPP echi mo agimi. Me ndi matemo, mi biewani. And that is the painful part. Me kana mumududo na yemu ya. Instead of somebody accept said ye kan ya no kro no, we say we do otumfo atem. No. Me di wo a wagimi na watem wo na me kire so wagimi na MPP for ehum mu bi se mo wagimi omo dada mo omo na ho ti radio we so and omo ye den omo ka kire say chairman wuntumi ko jail a Ibrahim Mohammed ko jail na me fa me ho. Me, do I care? I don't care who goes to jail next. As far as the laws of this country is working, I don't care. Some pa mo Ghana munchi obi angum mo ya mo free power obi bechi mo gum e normal. It is a sem kekan hwe akwa wait na TV so ka kire omo asantime mu say omo ye train deshe osaka to so say ye wie the same time Peter Mewu obetena TV so ka kire omo say dabi enya de be Sky Train bia Peter Mewu still asantefo no MP for say dabi yenjindi.
But as a minister currently, you can say on authority that there's no such agreement to have.
No, it's not possible to be done now. I don't see a Sky Train being done in the next 3-4 years. I mean, let's be
so at least for the end of the Akufo-Addo administration, we are not going to have a Sky Train.
There's not going to be any Sky Train, please. Not possible.
But as a minister currently, you can say on authority that there's no such agreement to have.
No, it's not possible to be done now. I don't see a Sky Train being done in the next 3-4 years. I mean, let's be
so at least for the end of the Akufo-Addo administration, we are not going to have a Sky Train.
There's not going to be any Sky Train, please. Not possible.
Wow. I mean, we don't know a minister, railways, highway, or say, yeah, Sky Train be abwa. Still there to Ghana. In terms of Senka, when you're refi, these are the people we are dealing with. I mean, we know a minister, railway minister, because you got to say, hey, and you're the train be a discount. Or can the plain language, bro? So there's never going to be a Sky Train in 4 years. Nobody on earth can build a Sky Train in 4 years. It is never going to be possible. And so there, MPP ni or TV so defend it. And a Sky Train no, yeah, me say na mo Jimmy ana. Ayu yan fa mo manko ko wi ana. This is basic. Deshe 2 million and they are question COVID-19. Me say me ke bibia anke mankofo chance me say one day omeka che say Akufo-Addo COVID na wo no anything o na nyoma by heart sa me say one day omeka che say Bawumia enya COVID intina Bawumia kasa o kasa by heart sa no me say yetia one day MP for omeka che say oh Bawumia enya COVID and intina o nyoma bia ma me amfa ne serious it will happen one day yetikroma na MP before a press conference ka che say oh dear Bawumia yane dear yamfa no cool yamfa no form if you say Bawumia no COVID by no e can no into on recover here. This is the original video.
Esi ameno ka say who is na da kwa Akufo-Addo adaroma ye build train e na fansuo so seriously ye build train na fansuo so train be fansuo so deshe omo Europe UK ni Holland ya de omunim train fansuo ni ade enche kra mizana na do de fansuo so no ba omi aso de ba fansuo na se de e kwa no
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no kaze si ya no akaka no mo wie yes companies so omo ye plane you know I train no e bi o South Africa omo ye enche kra ba bedu ubeti from Kumasi to Accra you use 1 hour 30 minutes you can you bit matra Kumasi ayi adwuma wa Accra. That is the plan. Yes contract you know mo sha say manufacture trains ne dey ba besi so no next year ya Kumasi dey na fi Accra ba no e so ba
Usually. No comment. No comment. That'll be for the morning. Thanks for.
Esi ameno ka say who is na da kwa Akufo-Addo adaroma ye build train e na fansuo so Seriously. Yeah, very trade na so tie be so de. Omo Europe, UK ni Holland ya de omunim trade fence ni ade enche kra. Me say na do de fence so no, but me also do fence so na se. Dey kwa no.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no can see here no. Akaka no mawie. Yes, companies so omo plane you know, I train no. Ebi o South Africa omo ye enche kra ba bedu. Ubete from Kumasi to Accra you use 1 hour 30 minutes. You can bit much Kumasi aye adwuma wa Accra. That is the plan. Yes, contract you know, mo say manufacture trains near dey ba besi so no. Next year ya Kumasi dey na fi Accra ba no eso ba.
Oh, sometimes we sound was me no ka say omda ho ti Kumasi tie wuntumi. O kan wuntumi radio. Ya da ho ti nkofo ti Kumasi efran toma. E defend wuntumi radio. Sometimes we sound say na yakoya na ya bae. These are things they said when they were in power. Sha achinchina we. Hwe sibia no oditro. O chantro. MP promo Jimmy we radinya in the name of Jesus. Me who party and the base Jimmy say that. First, na also say me ha me ho. Because it looks like you are dealing with idiots. Like you don't even need to push your weight. This is the NPP. And men okasa and they omoda huti to me manipa tie o Kumasi. I say, hey, where dear omon pay us say now what you bidding a gum. The NPP for we say any asantifoni be a Jimmy. Na chairman won't me. Nipa no be a radio na nkazanga say Jimmy. Time na akwara we kika sansem no. Na won't me Jimmy ne to Eurostar. Den ya da huti krom ha. Yanko yeni me. Media me somafo. Mo Jimmy na meka na mda ho betine mu a. Me se one day atia no mo beka kire say ba omia mai ba omia. De o ka kani nyina COVID effect no. After COVID, post COVID. Omo beka kire say ba omia recover fully. Yete ha omeka. Kwase asemo nko a. Then you want to change people like this. Sanko for it untumi se omo. Omo dani mokuya no muguso Jimmy na mokualization. Sanko no go untumi no. Omo dani akobi a friend more example. Some catch him or mental problem. And I'm munya abudenti you know. Or mental problem. On the last me there no, me see the doctor who treated this guy actually called me and said this guy has mental problem. Me ma Ghana for ntia here. Now what Ghana now we need to be more example. And yes I question doctor say abai so work with na Togo. These are not they are not stable. More example on your okay. Some are better na more example aka semi na my serious na the document chere oboa meko and more example say more example better na chairman want to me radio so want to be na me ba ka say o do kan nya no kure me the document be more example ka say ya for documents in chirem or a mental patient he's on record I even wonder why people na more example me say ka say hwe deep or problem psychologically unstable. Onya okay. Now, me also me I don't come say mami be explaining more example can say me. No, they be a me direct him to his madness. You can see it. They be a me catch him. Omo Jimmy go want to me FM ho. They are stupid people. Now, mami sure dey call. Mama ha mo ho kra adwuma na ifo. Now, ye wura insensem num. Apia kubi. Muda wodwen say ye da ho ye titi Jimmy Brenim. Wodwen say da ho titi Jimmy Bre titi champion fie kosa. Muda mo fa mo Jimmy ntina ho. Na mo nya ye MPP fo. Wodwen say da ho Jimmy Brenim a ye kwanye nya me champion fie ne ye abesa ne nya kanse wu. Muda mo fa mo Jimmy ntina onye Jimmy sa. Mo be hu na mo ase nyina ase. Mo nsue nyansa mo bi. E da budi gu MPP nim. MPP ni pese o Jimmy bia o pe bebia ne pe asantememu na obenne. Na mo gu ho senkrane. Mumbusa questions, mumbusa MPP for now then mobeka yeti kroma na MPP for so omabaye Kumasi Airport International Airport. Yeti kroma. Paul Ademochi kwasi ampe jantre ni tutu ni. Paul Ademochi onya cancer ni hu fin. Obeka kire otumfo otamotumfo odada otumfo no mampon otwemo ahemfo asete se nkwara ekogu Kumasi International Airport. Aya na mu kasa mu nka we nka ho. Mu kasa kemitele di otumfo atano maka we aka ho. MPP for the show to voice it sa kwara akugina Kumasi International Airport. Eka Chen so Dani Kumasi International Airport into an international airport. Plane be obvious be besiwo and the international plane be nesiwo. Mama MP for whom se mumu bi mu agimi. Ye tumu fo adom dwa. Ye kasa and na Kevin di penya. Me ndi obi atamo. Me kire wo se MPP ni bu so wagimi. Don't be angry. Don't be pissed off. Just sit back. Nyabote na hwehwem na busa ho se eye nokura na enya nokura. Da be na mubusa mo dodo mubusa mo ho se Kevin Asamoah Mummy Musa, eh, no crana. Now, Ben International Airline Base Kumasi, say, a funny park of Germany. In China, Mukamasa, Monka, when you Munkasa Kevin can see, and no crana and no crap, Buankra inland port. And the Mitumu Santinibo, DMPPH, Nese Brown Case, and this formed by your Buankra Quasia. You see, this year, Anqua, Aquajane. Odo Jimmy to us, me MPP stronghold, 8 years MPP, at the O2 for Buankra 3 times. Egu mpobwa ho chacha yegu hu futro di hu agro muchi soro kuko gina Buankra 3 times yentumi afa blog back one to odo kwase abedi be matam ade animtia na chance ade we entem ka se mumu bi asantifori bi na mu di MPP akiri mu agimi MPP frinkan na obani egu Kumase na mugu ho. Reason up a little bit. Meantime, I am pricking your conscience. I am letting you know the reality. Me minim sebeto Kameto Sabia, Kaibian Kamewu, Menim Sabeto, I will let you know the facts. This is where you people are. Partner Jimmy Fono, Ehumwa Santifodi be somewhere Jimmy, and I'm never going to stop saying it because weighing in the message, you know. Matias here, Memento Sabi, Esmebu Be. You see, this young Kwa, Aqua Jane. Now, partner would say, would you travel through Manaba, Abatina Bemu, 16 years, Kofo, all the way to Kufuado, partner to Anya Buankra. Now, Aquane Meyamau. Are you okay? Are you in your right senses? And to say, Sewia, Afari, Eguho, Yakotwaba, Yebe 2 NDC. Now, ye chisoro kwa bunipa, atata nipa 10 times. 2016, I did to me, January 7, 2017, work with that to me to 2024. O party free power who this year catch me say Aqua memra hospital oya boa why dwene no enifie. Who are you supposed to blame? Oba mbo bra hwan na blame no. And you foolishly sit na yenya nipa bi TV so kase ana NDC no. Are you foolish? Enti de bia na MPP ni be hu say wagimi oya Aqua why dwene wo fom. And that is the reality. Mema obumfu udwa me enye because me for first class or two for first class. Betma for private jet or two for Befubi. Untumi for economy cry. Una we here in a pesi aboa. Do you understand? Maintain your level, Adole, and let us show you, say, MPP for Jimmy, they don't respect you people. Some of you people. And these are facts. And the Ubufua, I just say Ujame kwa. I don't fucking care about how you feel. But some kind of that is why I want to do that the BR. Aya dainende yet Ghana yet na Ghana to ya 8 years ye ko na ye ba abaye diechi na ye tua tax ya jeje ye nsam sika ma otufo sabebu nkotodwe se o pesika akosi komfo anoche ye ntumi ato ye ho ensi kuruma nka se ye ntiase na eto na abanje no de kwahi ye tena ho ma MPP go otufo ni ma sete sa akoa. Me who say or hini bia wo wiase abegina abontene esresre sika all because say or the koye hospital aban eye ne responsibility or hini mua obunkotodwe area wi agunu ho anim ase ferie ye bu ebe eto ferie so na yatena ho yankasa na Akufo-Addo etam akonwa firi enkran or the betena radio so asantimemu eka kire kwabrefo se nkwasiafo monto mamea because of mokwanti momfa mo Jimmy nko okasama ne twi menhia ye nya bema tedua dani nantem ehwo abo ne to se kokuo entuma nsi ne boanka se daabida ye sa akɔgye gele emo t-shirt ebe Jimmy ye ho me ekɔ ena wo de wani breba me so wo bodam. These are facts. Mentumi to sebi. And I'm not ready to say sebi. And I'm make sure clearly no credit na mede pem so ama wono ene je from opem so part 2 o tu fo no amena wo ho be ma ni fie eye me wadwa intime kire o de eye no so bu ofu metuma kire countless things eduro bejiwa atrema eduro ebejiwa atrema J.A. Kufuor be president. Sa edro na nkabeji mu ankaji mu free 2000. Ya papa Kufuor ba eye bia okobi wa santimemu. Of chino ho ebini dan na osiye e na chichiriye we baaye. Ya to ho nwom etwa ho nwom esa e bo ho akutia. 8 years yentumi fa ensensia de ba akoso. Na wo de hye no wantuma anko anje ukuro. Akwar kwasi ampeyi na emeji ukuro ma. Wa dwene wo fie. Are you intelligent enough to sit on the table of men to make decisions? I'm asking you people simple questions. And if you people think, say, yes, we can say, Tia, when Tia be giant, ke be giant, ye ready. Inti mebunu na omo bano. San kitwa na omo bana mo dwen say more authority omo so be dada omo etwetwa ntro no. Yene, we are controlling their minds with the facts and the truth. When they are ready to ask questions, we will give them reasonable answers. In this Jimmy Samuna, you align party with Edian, Akonya, you align party with a year, you align party with every foolish thing. No, we are going to stop it. And that is the revolution. The revolution of the new Ghana is to get the young African Ghanaian, the young Ashanti to understand that party does not run, that chieftaincy does not run government. No. We will separate chieftaincy from governance, from politics. For the young Ashanti boy, Ashanti girl, and the two for the Mako school abrochire, adentra, woman university papa bia anko school womu Ashanti memu. Mina bedi matem. Now you sanka university papa wa Ashanti memu anko two for manko mungu Ashanti memu university. Eno na ye pemso, eno na ye pre, eno ntide mi edi nkomo, de eye ema otumfo ma no, eye ma kwa me kwa ache so ba. And some of you people take these things personal. You get angry, all because we are questioning your level of intelligence. Because politician obeba obeko ne babenye sika onu so benye sika obetu kwa hwe no ho yare na wo kwa me kwa chie hwe sewia any afare how long these hospitals have sat. We could have operationalized it. Uni nipa dodo omewu. If Sewia and Afari were operational in the last 8 years, and Kamumu bebre mo nananom, mo ma, mo yire no mo mkwaji a wowu ya, ebi mu BP ni has accident to come na kiaji omo nkwa. Ye Jimmy, where are our senses? And we stupidly think, say, yeah, tia obi, my child is not going to come to Komfo Hospital. I'm telling you. So when I do this, I'm doing this for you, to save you. Na mumu bi mo Jimmy dodo. Politics no, ye de adokuru mo moja. And my son, Yentiasia, Kevin Taylor, no, and away. No, who now be woo? I am good. Yeah. Mumu bi Jimmy o. And a JJ regime, and a JJ, and a PNDC in a way. JJ Rollins nanka sankasa owen. Omo na JJ Rollins ni omo sojam. Why na wonimu no? Mumu bi ye Jimmy. Enti MPP ni opportunity na. Unim PNDC, unim JJ Rollins. JJ musuwu, PNDC so egu. Obi eni wo NDC sisia, oni JJ Rollins tena dem e plan the PNDC den dia wo ami mu. Obi enim. Ejesi hwana ne ko. Now, mumu yenjidwam. Memetia Obia oya me papa bone time papa see so onya me problem. I can tell you on authority. Obi onim papa ana me ma nya problem time me see so ye ka kire me sandipa no onfa me ho. Obi onim papa ebusu nya problem onim ma me ebusu nya problem me beto so me akwabtie enye me kokko san tokwa ne ma me papa ne me ma me. It is not my problem. I am a papa de me problem. Omo munya sa encounter no. Me can say kura sa nipa on me papa problem. 30, 40, 50 years ago, sa nipa do kura wowu. Ne ba onya me problem. Ne yire enya me problem. My life now is about how I can protect what is now and ahead. Finito. Ba ye de sa na tim tetena na weni na. And na yentu me hu nipa baako. Sa na J.A. Kufuor eba power. Before the 17 year, J.A. Kufuor about power. The first thing he wanted to do was to destroy J.J. Rollins, get rid of him, using the constitution, the same constitution a protected Kufuor be the president, he wanted to use the constitution to destroy J.J. Rawlings. Technically, now compare J.J. Rawlings, Echo Firing Squad, and Kune to training. That is J.A. Kufuor. That was his intention. J.A. Kufuor. Oba power. Sa adwene na ne dadi tin fiti nkwara brem. Sa adwene bone, adwene fin, adwene tantan. Ye de nipa bi sei, e na wemu de omo tan ye sei. Sa adwene na odi be di president no. Now the mission was to come and destroy Rawlings, kill him, using the constitution. Oba and Obi a friend, the Constitutional Reconciliation Committee. And o sete a man for or friend and call for someone ho. Na afei ya tete ya keka. Say J.J. Rawlings botuo, J.J. Rawlings ba santimemu, J.J. Rawlings twi obi to ase, J.J. Rawlings twa obi ti. Say say be a friend Reconciliation Committee. And I Kufuor share that setting committee. And no more santimem kwa se mon kon kran ko kama asem. Yetena TV so. Ye kasa yetena ho hwe ye hwe. J.J. Rawlings betena ko nwam. Reconciliation Committee. Go and read about it. J.J. Rawlings sat in a chair for hours. Obi ani Ghana otumi babaka say Rawlings na me gina ho no bom papa tuo. E de nkwase asem no. E de politics tantan ani Jimmy sem no. E na ye de ti kurom ha. Nobody was bold. And so when you da who Kufuor when people and the Rawlings be Kufuor gave you the opportunity because the other two little fit in kwa brem no and na nko person be accomplish. He wanted to come and make sure that J.J. Rawlings na or ya hunani na time no ya for the same constitution enku no. And so none of you hypocrites, none of you liars, nobody was bold enough, nobody was smart enough to factually sit on TV with evidence that Rawlings did in the Saka Obi or Ghana. Munya beifo. Nti am say Rawlings Kufuor bra or breno. Adwene bone nti na ma na breno. Wedwa. Reconciliation Commission, a commission that has, thank you very much for the correction, a commission that has the same power as a high court. It is our commission, no? The Kufuor say Ote commission. And remember, commission, I will 2 meetings a high court. 18 Sankobi be general ka so oh na meti asantase na me gina na Rawlings bae e na otwe tuo no bomb papa tributu anka sa commission no e wo 2 meetings a high court. They could have made sure say court ni Rawlings be di jail no enti ka sa commission ka say ni para se mo ka no mahwehwe me no kra enti enko ku Rawlings an enko hange na anke the Rawlings kwa hange no. The same commissioner MP Fokobo to Ayawaso West Wagon. A commissioner ka say Brother Champon ya nchi ni nkotu fiase oye kromfo ene omo di bone a Ekufuor de say sa commissioner omo boda moto krata no to twene. The same commissioner J Ekufuor bieye. Bugisi ye Jimmy, you are diabolic people nipa bonefo asefo mon kanu kre selfish ingrates. Yeah, MPP for yen say bibia. Yeah, chichire Ghana. We need to get over all this old nonsense. Atrodie the bia obi kwaso o se find we near say no. E dey na monya wom for all these years. All these years, mo yes sa de we nyina be sin ne. E dey ade pa na monya free mo. Dey na monya. What are you and still the political party a ehhehye mo asema mo yes sa de no. Omo hu musa mo ye jimifo because the NPP for a very long time from 1992 they have treated Asante to say sebio mumu bizisa mu ye ndan. How can you tell me in 2026 hospital you see 13 years MPP about power twice sa hospital no MPP to me can say my yasha Asante ni munyam Asante ni ba akoma ko wanyam akọ wafa ne ho afa ne ba ye ni ankasa kura ye kejetia na ye nananom ye di eduro e de kyekere no eye NDC for entafo ne awonafo de besi ye ade ye mfere ade. Are we not shy ye mfere se nipa bu ye se ejimi a ye nhu enti etena se a ye nwene ye musa ye ho nsam ye dada ya adwene nkwa ekire musa ho se ade ntina nipa we efa ye se ye ejimi for. And today you see a young man, an older man in Kumasi on social media saying say na sewia no afare no ade na NDC ye wo ko se e twa wuti we jimi tetena ena nketwa di party di sie ahemfo na ko se e twa wuti ko se ahene bi ko se nyansa nim we jimi. You don't even know who you are. You don't know what you represent. Partner the principle don't tiasie. And these are the basics. And this is what I talk to you people about every fucking blessed day. Now, I'm coming in. I'm in Chira Devi. Apia Kubi. Mo and I see and start you maybe. It's a good show. It's a show. Walk up into your relax. Share. When him the eba. Miss none of you. Accra High Court dismisses Andy Appiah Kubi's application to withdraw legal services for Chairman Wontumi in Samra Boy case. Yes, see, and in some way, no, mudo no, mon share da enya but oh say, they be am catch a Ghana for more fee near bruchi. Asamoba, look for the right source and follow the document, the information. Oba tiasie. The Martin Yan say. Appiah Kubi say, or onye Chairman Wontumi lawyer be last week Friday, me catch them say Chairman Wontumi lawyer kase onye Chairman Wontumi lawyer be ma. It's got nothing to do with the court. No. It is an agreement between the client and the attorney or the lawyer. That's it. The court has nothing to do with Chairman Wontumi lawyer, especially when the case has been exhausted. The court has nothing to do with it. Say, and the Enra ye share a year for a Tunisia for Abra Omubo World Cup no. Tunisia for Apamu Omu coach and then it's got nothing to do with FIFA. Tunisia, any coach, Omu agreement Omako that he can be fired at any time. So it does not affect the FIFA tournament. It's the same as in the courtroom, especially to say, yeah, ball, yeah, finals, and I bought a tournament. Now your ball game with FIFA just a 90 minutes plus extra time and now added time. Now your ball ni nyine. Now your ball added time no so account. Your game na afi wa ba be catch a FIFA say. Now also ye changes be. You have 5 options also ye changes 5 ni nyina ba o ye 40. O protect say adentina. But that decision was up to you. It is at your mercy. You make those decisions. So, obe change 4, obe change 5. FIFA say, amount 5 slots. Make those changes. It will decide so use 1, and now 4, and now 5. It is at your own what advantage or disadvantage. So that got nothing to do with FIFA. And this is what is happening right now with this Appiah Kubi and Chairman Wontumi issue. No, it is simple as that. And the major idea or plan behind this is that they want to delay the case. Omnim say court no any the judiciary any lawyers no mobile call break, and they want to find ways to delay Chairman Wontumi judgment na eba no. But something happened in court today. Something happened that most media houses did not take their time to explain to Ghana for. And many would say ayesade we ama mo amu Kumasi asante for mu di MPP china ma bon na mu nsua de na mo sori a mu mubi mu nkura sese am de ti Wontumi no mo da mo mbeda da mo ana mo behwe no na mo mpanifo nyina ya che o magum e won kran Chairman Wontumi okodem a o medem Kumasi o baby apoda e de betum eni sa mo betena mo mubi mo betena Kumasi mo bi mo betena santimemu say ya MPP for ma nipa bi agimi mu a mo ni bete no na mo ankasa no ye de mu kotum obi antan obia but matena wa ma eye party no nokre onka nkyerem ena mo so mu musansam mo so na matemoto bini na modi na mudi party na chi nti mo dodo no omo musam asai mo adwene wo fom na ma medwedwe bibi mu nkyerem team stay with me. And Appiah Kubi say or court akoka kire judge ne say ono Appiah Kubi onye Chairman Wontumi lawyer biom. That's fine. Now okopie court dey ne see judge no etie Appiah Kubi asem. Ena sa particular asem we Appiah Kubi di buy no judge no rule was so. Now you see court no dismiss Appiah Kubi asem or the buy just say asem or the buy nyanse nim eningina so nti court anje antum. Appiah Kubi call court ko ka kire judge ne say me ne me client ne enye adwuma biem. Ena judge ne say asem we dey say emfa court ho. Say o client today another lawyer beba or the DM beba o client asem me dey what I know and say the woman nim no eno na me di ho adwuma nti ono client akuo so client akofa o girlfriend o so ono client akofa o big girlfriend ya bobi I don't that it's got nothing to do with the court. Now they see o court ni judge no rule and that ruling me be kan akere me wi na ma kere bibi o ruling nim. Remember asɛm wei a Samurai Boy case we no on the 3rd of July and a judge in the judgment beba. Remember, Oba on the 3rd of June no and Okache say on the 3rd of July no and yes or the judgment beba. So technically 1 month. All right. Now, so technically asɛm na ɛwɔ court ankasa ne yɛdi awie. Ya can wie. Evidence that judge nanim no ɛne na ɔhwɛ de atwerɛ no ho judgment. So won't be for and on the for. It is what is before the judge. It is not about the lawyers. What am I say? Now, judge, you know, or dismiss appear could be a summon no. Mami ready dear oka yankasa. Ewo sa dear esi or court in there. Ninjina so. Send a bear out to a mama kwasie bintina wound to me. Kwasie bintina Kesbin. Kwasie bintina radio fubi so can't was say. Or tiasasi radio. Kwasie bintina Metro TV kase or your polar mochi. Not on that dial because at the dad and the mama mudu duono. At the end of the day, Kwasi Ampeng is up to make a two for say Kumasi International Airport, international Kumasi Airport, international airport. San Kwasi and Ada when a widi chireno. Mumudu do amugwa santimemuno. Munsia dian kenkain. Emma Muhukain Musan Samono. And a mark Kwasi Ampeng is up to be back Kumasi. Ebeku two for sit. And you go see Kumasi Airport, international airport. No, because Mumudu do on Jimmy, Mumusan Sam. Yen record. We muna. Ntiminya den. Go we give you umejumania for rough. This is what happened in court today. Mami biem na mjujum na Ghana fo hu. Ansa na kwasi ebe ka say, "Sade we mo amoditi wuntumi radio ne Kesbin FM ne MPP for radios no. Ana amontintam we na mo fa nkyere nkofo no mo ankokan." Bagitum ye wie no, enso me sanye modwuma mamo. Mo gimi de. Sankrata we ye wie court anam akọ de be mamo na ma be kan akire Ghana for the judge ne kan ye enu ano no na afei mo ken kan bro for na mo dwudwam me san wini power and protect NDC 42 years na me san ye modwuma mo gimi NPP communicators no modwuma ne san wontumi ken kan jejire. This is simple. Why are you people making it so complicated? Momianko kan dey see court in there. Now in the Superior Court of Judicature, in the High Court of Justice, Criminal Court 4, held in Accra on Monday, the 15th day of June 2026, before Her Ladyship Audrey Kosuvi Tay, Justice of the High Court. Now, case number CR004/2026, time 9:02 a.m. And Nanopa and Sebio Omo Echo Court on this matter, certified true copy. Now, the Republic versus Bernard Enchubo Siakon, Kwame Entry. Nipa 9 nipa miensa ne charge o ba ko adwane. Samurai Boy case no. Bernard Enchubo Siakon chairman wuntumi ye charge no. Kwame Entry at large what the waka buying boom woko. Kwame Entry ne hu no. Ena eya akonta mining company ye chairman wuntumi dia. Mo MPP for munni madwuma me san be ye madwuma na ka tell say amenya moden. Now mame dwudwam accused persons A1 presents and represent A3. Now, Mamenkai ruling. Enti appear could be court the judge ruling ni. The Gina so or the conclude assembly so dismiss it. Appear could be some person chairman want to be lawyer no. Judge say ninja so fako. Mamenkin kind of jum. Well, simple. Ochina monkin kind of radio engineering people for Jimmy. Now, ruling before the court is a motion on notice for leave to withdraw legal services for first and third accused persons. You see, before the court, no, enkrata da way a free appear could be no, enkrata a lawyer or representative chairman won to me, any akonta mining. Why me and Chidi were done into only lawyer. It appear could be there, or say or corridor the services. Onya would to me lawyer beam and onya conta mining lawyer beam. Kwame Chidi we done into any baby Kwame Chiwo. In Tiaka saying there is a Kwame Chidane. Kwame Chi, what in one buying boom you will be on now. Kwame Chi is at large. What you now Kwame Chi won't kind of wants them. No, what you too. Now, I have also listened to Leonard Counsel on both sides on objection raised. I have also considered the applicable law. Now, it is the considered opinion of this court that the instant application is a surplusage. It's a surplusage in the sense that there is no procedural requirement for a lawyer in a criminal matter to file an appearance. In much the same way, there is no such procedural requirement either under the criminal and other. Kevin, where the one change my antiasia, a buofun, so as many do water, Minam Betchim. Now, Bamen Twaswa. O Twaswa, Quasia for Abanum, where the Kevin and Jeremiah antiasia, a buofun, natural medimatum. Now, O Twaswa say offenses. Act 1960 at 30 or by judicial precedent that I had come across that a lawyer who has decided to cease to act for his client in a criminal matter must seek the leave of the court to so withdraw. Judge ne say, krate da de no ohunu de eya de bi kropa etwa na kumem etwa ne yam sebio eya sembia eye na adwi mu sekrene se enne asem wo court na lawyer onim mra onim se sebio court mratie na sa lawyer ne ono ne client enya problem na lawyer no na adwene ye ne se obetumi aba court na obeka kire court se nipa na meye ne lawyer no meni na gya adwuma ye o se ohu ne se engineer so bie ni so in fact wohwe Ghana mremu a we ya de a ewosanka eye den apia kubia ono de sa moshi we ba na ete ase se engineer so bie ni se ewosa oba court kura be krame se me ne me client eye chema wuntumi ye nya adwuma biem o se asem no krampo no etwa ne sunu ama na num aye no nwono o kan a o se asem na eye apia kubidi abeto se oba court abeka kire me judge se chema wuntumi high no na ono judge no oni ho chema wuntumi ne ene ne keka sika asem so obetua le ka a day no per hour no na oni wo no se nde apia kubini chema wuntumi gya adwuma ya aden na waba court abekire mi se na me ni we na ye adwuma na ye den ye nya adwuma bi wo se ene de on de ohun se eya asem bia eye bosremuka eya asem bia eni nyina so eya asem bia sebio I to say apia kubi on sheda nim de okeka na ama ono judge kwa nenum ato eno na kaza supplicage ama nenum ato ye dwudwam opa akobia wo de na wo so kotuche mu ho se me mabon wo na wo PhD ko me ni PhD me go school kurada enti wo na wako school wiase yira ko na ko kirechirem Facebook ye nyisika aboa. Paragraph 3 ye dwudwam. Even though the respondent has raised other grounds of objection, the objection is sustainable on only one main ground, which is the application by counsel for leave to withdraw from criminal proceedings is not a function of any rule of procedure nor of settled case law jurisprudence. Kai aba. Osi ewom se asema eye apia kubidi bae no sebio omo a eye attorney general mokra so asore etia se asem ne nyina so no o se ono ngasa judge no otena asem no hwa asem na court nsensem mu ne court nyina so no ohu asem bia krampo a onkotwa ho nam emfa metoto ade a apia kubi ekire o se hwede pompo ekire wa motiom because eba court mremu a ohu eye asem ana emra bi kra ontumi nkotwa ho emfa meka asem wanka se wempo de ene ne sekakra o se o check a jurisprudence any brofo kese o use ye no o se dia apia kubi ye no ayese de pompo e kire wa botuom na onhyeda ni asem onhyeda ntumi nko eye court mrem enhwehwe nkrata mu ehun posa asem bia ba obetumi gina saka se okay ye twa asem mi ho kakra ene edidi asem bi o se onhu bi aboa onti ase mi dwudwom Kobia wo dia Facebook yenji ska kwasiato ruling na making ka kire wo no wa mam ska ade acha wo do kwasia se bedidi otu fu atem komenhia ne kire mu kire wo. Paragraph 4 tieni ye pa judge ni judgment ni the instant application is alien. Judge ne say, eye krata na apia kubidi aba no. Eye tete extraterrestrial spirits. Honhum bone honhum a ebi ni asase so a de bia na excite omo den etete from aliens emfia asase or say the application is alien or say in samampom na be hun krata we atro we bi or say the instant application is alien and not a procedural requirement in criminal proceedings or say krata apia kubidi ba say oni chema wuntumi nya adwuma biem ono oyejaja omu nyina tekod o say sa krata na otro de beto wo no eye bosremuka sebio eye honhum nsem a sebio che ebi kura ni asase so eye alien ye ka say bibi ye alien a ye nhye dan hwehwe muhu ni gina bie eni gina so ninjina bia ni ho yentumi ntwa asem bi mfa nka sa asem no if you say nipa ninjina so and if an alien you cannot at the end of the day prove it. I say asem no aya ni nyenyan it's enunciating and word no you see no or say it is alien and not a procedural requirement in criminal proceedings or say eba kro no ho nsam keka enchirechire mu ne court ho den nsam dia o se saa asam na eye apia kubi ka no I just said the pompo e kire wa motuom enjina so enhyeda ni ho so it is antas wa fe wo se brantie de o ya de o aboa me ya de kwase ampe we abedi matas we de o tu voatem into a UFO extraterrestrial spirit. Yes. Judge Nukra is shocked. She is amazingly amazed, conspicuously convinced that this despicable application is alienated to the alien level of UFOs. Now, young paragraph 4, I see. Counsel herein does not need leave of this court to withdraw as counsel. Or see, or see, appear kubi. Oh, here court permission say on the chairman won't me be judge. Court dear, only go sign a contract, na me ni ho. Na me ni ha, court ni ho, chief justice ni ho, judicial service ni ho. Inti embemu krampo say obesola no papa power to about to powder be gina say me chairman won't me nya adwuma biem. No, or see emra kura no bia ni wa e kire say e osanko otu sa na mo no. Yanko enim. This is an issue between himself and his client. That is, in this case, the first and third accused persons. Or see, sa same way appear could be the abegina quarter, or yet say pompo chere wa motuom, or gu or samra and honje no samra ne or see, sa same way, or no dear clearly no, enya sama yedeba court, or say a between chairman won to me. A contamine any appear could be omunko fie no omunko solve. Judge ruling ye and they we also man can we answer mo. Kwasia 40 wood to me in Kwasia Kesbini or Jimmy FM Eke can Kwasia some Muntia some no and Jinkran tanking kind. This application is an alien application. Alien application. It's a pure alien application. Now, or could not say if he chooses by his personal decisions to abandon his client, brofuna judge natural no, or say if Apia Kubi chooses, if he chooses, one can say if the court chooses, one can say if I the judge or the prosecution, or say if he chooses by his personal decision on one kasani pem so ye na adwene say so o siri trimu pi na ono ani pem o ye na adwene say obeto eye chairman wuntumi ato atwene e wo kwan so abra make sure eye judgment or say sa ade no at this stage no it will not affect the timetable of the proceedings or say sa pia kubi ankasa firi ni pem oboni na adwene mu pi or channel ho bo na oya na adwene say baby omodu no obeto chema wontumi ato atwene na one na gya adwuma dia ose eno no ne court de enka ne court coat na aka ne court skirt ose ne court ne de ebo adwuma ni nyina ne sen ye nyina ye atwen judgment on the 3rd of July. Enti inkura apia eya apia kubi ene chema wontumi ene akontama ne ebo abonte no se enka eye court enka court dwuma dia yedi. In fact, the court does not recognize it. Me catch them last week. Yanko enim metro baby e ho na enkini wom. Say MPP for you see dodo mu di MPP chi no magimi. MPP for no mo enkran na ombani okumasi a na MPP kumasi for no twa ho ahia. Ebini frinkran bo ebini frinkran ne rekete ginim omo musansam. Nti dia na nkranfo no ye ne se MPP nkranfo no eye ba omiane ne nkofo no omo ba kumase no mo benne omo benne wo kumase a no be jajandam na to na ye ne eye MPP for the was antibem no ne start group ebini frinkran bo ebini frinkran ebini frinkran bo ebini frinkran bo no mo so ebini frinkran ba omo musansam wan bininie eduane be no di ye no di gobe yenim ebini frinkran bo ebini frinkran ye mbusansam enwan se ebini frinkran ba ni egu ho ni ejimi MPP nti mo jimi o now mame ko be ni na mdidwa de akanim edwuma ne ye o hwa akọ hwe o hwe na wadi kuma eye simple we menshel miam show miam sika
se wani kuma kokoda se wo hwe na wani nkum so a coalition center na kobo electoral commission for ho baye den eman se wani kuma kokoda se wo hwe na wani nkum so a coalition center na kobo electoral commission for ho baye den eman se wani kuma kokoda se wo hwe na wani nkum so a coalition center na kobo electoral commission for ho baye den eman se wani kuma kokoda se wo hwe na wani nkum so a
ebini frinkran bo ebini frinkran ne abenne no mokọ ne edinwa agura de hia ne se ebini aba ebini frinkran bo ebini frinkran amini we influence na mensa kakra gigiri ah na kete fora gigiri ebini frinkran bo ebini frinkran bo ebini frinkran ni atwe ebini frinkran bo enkranfo na benne enkranfo MPP fo na benne okumase ene egu ho wadwa ko bia wo de Facebook ye jiska abuofunu mama dwodwam now over paragraph 5 ebini frinkran mo de mo tata na monya o apia kubi o de cheba o di kosan contract na Ghana ba o na abuofunu the state did not employ you apia kubi na yapamo a o ba be ka kire state no e de nkwasa akeka no ebini frinkran now mamen kind de wase no e ho na ink no wo ye wi a say ye nyankase show about 11 o Ghana nkwasa journalist for no bank kan kire mo motete wona jimi paragraph 5 Judge in the ruling or say the application is not competent before the court. Or say application about me. Say competent or say the application is not competent before the court. The judge in the park change and say Sakratana appear could be the buyer no sebio where the nanosisumina so ayam kwasi ansam a shada ninjina so. Enya sama nyansa wo ma wo se nipa tena ho epopo mu bensem pensemu edwini mpo se obedi hu dwuma o say the application is not competent application no nyansa nim eninjina so emfaso ni so entumi say court the time nipa onim de onfa sa ade we emba enti judge no she was being diplomatic about her statement, being politically correct and legally reasonable. She was rationally dissecting the foolishness of Apia Kubi in a more matured, deliberate, and fantastic way. It uses said the application is not competent before the court. It was say some na appear could be the abano nyansenim but okani Christum. Yanko enim na minjum. Okunen was say assuming without admitting that the application were even competent before this court, the court has taken notice that the lawyer seeking to withdraw has not directed service on his own client to enable them appropriately respond. Or say, young fan impo say, or judge is okay. What ye a woman says some of the banyan said, but young fan is say, ye per se, the audio banumpo yabejatum, appear could be cramponumpo and serve chairman to me officially. And can't say, Minue Jumaye, just appear could be no, and quasiadi bugabugan crassum, court and say, ah. What the young fan say, Sanqua just say, we are jatum. Na san the clients now or no anti oba court hano. San the clients a chrono crampo on to me officially and can say, Mo, Minue Jumaye, in his application, he could not state that officially he has at the end of the day resigned from being the lawyer of these two clients. So judge this now one can say what about sign contract. One no client didn't come, munim dia mobeje, ave muja mo come on break it down. Yenya o quarter be disturb for so be so. E dia nsem hunu no. The application is not bawomia. So the judge is saying the application is not bawomia, it is not competent. The application from Edian, from Apia Kubino, it is bawomia, it is not competent. Into say, oh, dear, young fan say, Yemfa Obuo Emma Pia Kubi, Niankas okay, Apia Kubi, oh, the other body Ajatum, na Yapesi Busawu, Sa Aye, in Kofona, Ujino, my name war court Hano, a chairman to be a contaminant, official impo, what catch on your munjumibim. Yan Sabienim, or sing Gina Sonim. A benefit kind, a benefit kind, a benefit kind. More the minimalist MPP for Beniagun Kumasi, na MPP for more Kumas na Mugu, a benefit craba, and a more Chinese force. Oh, where they are you way first selection. A bini na mo chane first selection. Mumbu sansam, a bini way free, why dear, or dear Diane Bang, a hen or codidi, munim, the minimalist a benefit crying. That kind of one client, yes, yeah. Jama won't be jelly now, bay, a Mahamba, Ibrahim, a Jimmy for one king. I'm sure you are inking woman. Now, over paragraph 6. Pay attention. Let me change this and put you on paragraph 6. Paragraph 6. Let me read paragraph 6. Say. Sa case na muhu simple sa no. MP before you so be Jimmy. Now let me read the paragraph 6. Any. My mentor idea judge in the tro. My mentor see. I say consequently, and yet consequently, and consequences, the consequence, yanka consequences. Me mama bro for kakra ha a Jimmy for no. It is your choice, yanka it is your choice be Jimmy. We don't have any choice. We are waiting and we will see what they will say. Yanka a choice and your choice. Let them do what they want to do. It is their own choice. A bullful choice. One choice. And your consequence, a consequence. Consequently. The O is silent. It should drop in your throat. Consequently. And your consequently. We don't know. The consequences, we are here. And there are consequences. And then the consequences. It is their own, they will face the consequences. It is not consequences. It is consequences. Consequences. See, so I'm for consequences. Consequences. And your consequences. And your choice. 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 It is your choice. It is your choice. And your choice. It is your own choice. It is a party. It is a party. Or it's a party. And yet it is a party. Yenka party. A party. It is, they are having fun at the party. And yet they are having fun at the party. So it is not chase. It is not consequences. It is not party. And it is also not it is not digitalized. It is not digitalization. It is digitalization. And yet digitalization. And then the digital and digital and yet digitalization. Digitalization, and yet digitalization, yeah, but we are digitalization says, get go, bro, for more go where you. It might be before Mumbreme. It one case Mumbreme. It say, but then some of Papa Pacho, it put me near the kitty and ask for us. It's Mumbreme. I don't have Mamu. It some of the talk a year. Shinapon 50,000 boxes to come up Papa. Intend to move me. It's one case of what to a Mumbreme. One case naturally Mumbreme. It's Jamie. All right, Mumia Guy. Paragraph 6. The incompetent applications. The alien application. Ejumawei bijaya version before. Emi nyayo meche papa. Hey. Now mommy anko the consequences. the consequences so mommy ankai paragraph 6 that make sure. Now paragraph 6, this is what the judge said. Into me pacho you yetia. You're 2027. Now, consequently, since filing of closing addresses is optional and not a function of the rules, that is to say, there is no provision under the rule compelling a lawyer for an accused or prosecution to file an address. But I kind with them you ahana enkene wo judge no ni ruling or trobibi or say and can bibi or say consequently since filing of closing addresses is optional. What is closing addresses? Ye dia sabi nyina ewie. Let me do a little education here. Na afeti ase. Say your court, right? Na ye boy nkuro nyina ewie. Ebi wo hɔ a answer na judge no edin ruling beba no or see both councils obia entry the opinion and then your friend no addresses and then your friend no your final address. That opinion judge no say optional. Until right now judge no say on the 3rd of July and audit the judgment beba no any opinion that is put out by both councils, it is just optional. You can choose not to address. You can choose not to share your opinion on the proceedings, how you saw it, and how you see your client's fate. It is optional. It does not really affect judgment. It is judge and it cannot see. And let me read this again. A very important thing you maybe I say. Because right now, no, the whole thing has become say, appear could be say, address be also my address the court, no, even though the judge, is writing her final judgment, the address, judge, a ruling. I said the address is optional. Sa address now, either the prosecution or the defense counsel will write to the judge, they are optional. Technically, they are opinions of both counsel. So a counsel can choose not to address. So factually, it does not affect the case, the final judgment, because the judge, is looking at what is in front of her, not an opinion. The judge is basing her judgment on facts, and facts are what was provided during the cross-examination, the proceedings from the prosecution and the accused. At this point, the judge is basing his judgment on the facts that were provided. But if the prosecution counsel or the accused counsel decide to address, that is optional and also an opinion of the counsel. It is an obi kachira will say, Apia Kubi, I will say or address it. Judge no the judgment. The address is optional. Emrebie nuwa just address no chinchini ane chin. And no nebe determine or nebe decide the case. No. You can choose to go through the whole proceedings and decide, say, Mr. Judge, thank you. I don't want to address. I don't want to have my opinion on the whole thing. Write your judgment. A optional, but appear could be the MP before the creativity together for him say that address plays a very vital role in the judgment. It doesn't. Now, Mamako and Namcho Adebi, or say consequently, since filing of closing addresses is optional and not a function of the rules, There's a enim court. You can choose to do it, you can choose to ignore, because it does not affect the matter with evidence. It does not. It's just an opinion. It functions of the rules. That is to say, there is no provision under the rules compelling a lawyer for an accused or prosecution to file an address. Now, Okoren must say, addresses are optional statement made by lawyers to articulate on the merits or demerits on a case one way or the other. Or say, the thing we call addresses are optional statements made by lawyers to articulate on the merit or demerits on a case one way or the other. So basically, your lawyer can choose to address. It is the opinion of your lawyer, because during the address, the lawyer is trying to share his opinion on the whole process. The address does not affect the evidence which was put before the judge. If Apia Kubi decides today not to be the lawyer of Chairman Wontumi, not Chairman Wontumi a new lawyer, and the new lawyer will come in and share an opinion through an address, but the new lawyer cannot affect the facts or evidence the judge is basing her judgment on. Do you understand? Because you need to understand and say the judge is already writing his judgment. Now, if Apia could be say because he has not addressed the court should stop. No, because it is optional. Now, if Atachia is stepping in for Apia Kubia, Atachia can address, and the address is optional. So Atachia cannot halt the judgment the judge is writing, because the addresses cannot affect evidence. Evidence sits on its own. The judge is basing his judgment on the evidence. Addresses are opinions. So Atachia, who is now the new lawyer of Chairman Wontumi, can choose not to address. And he can also choose to address. But the issue is, the bottom line is, he chooses to address. Technically, he will share his opinion on the whole proceedings. And if he wants an opinion on proceedings, he can ask Apia Kubi. Apia Kubi can give him all that happened in court. Apia Kubi can share with him all the proceedings, how evidence were tendered in. Apia Kubi has all the evidence. So Atachia has work to do. He can go to Apia Kubi and take all documentations, read and share his opinion. But he needs to understand, his opinion cannot affect the evidence that has been tendered in, the evidence that the judge is basing his judgment on. Now we'll read the last part of the judge's statement. Now, I'll say, the court would by this extend the time of filing written addresses from the 17th of June 2026 to the 24th of June 2026. Now, Judge say, the address, the opinions, because Apia Kubi I withdraw the services from Chairman Wontumi no. Nanka was say written address no on the 17th of June we nanka was say you're ready. But judge say because Apia Kubi is withdrawing his services no, Oma akwesi 24th, meaning it is still within the judgment date. Why? Because addresses are just opinions, meaning Atachia still can address through written opinions, address by writing to the court, share his opinion. So Atachia Ochina, what he can do in the say, Obetuma ko Apia Kubi was say documents are share court in a former share. Now, me share proceedings and I'm share my opinion. They are still within the 3rd of July, meaning the judgment is still valid. The strategy of Apia Kubi and Atachia is to delay the case. But the judge said, if even a person or a considerator, nanka was on the 17th, Obiani Obetumi submitted written addresses. But I'll say, because of what Apia Kubi is saying, say a new lawyer has come out. The lawyer can still share his opinion because facts. The court have all the proceedings. Fact. Apia Kubi has all the proceedings. So at the end of the day, if Atachia is really ready to be Chairman Wontumi's lawyer, he can go for those things. 1 month more days. Now go say end the 17th or so, end the 24th. And Atachia still has to share his opinion. He can choose not to share. And the judge say, still, the judgment still stays on the 3rd of July 2026. The judge will come out and bring out the judgment of this matter. So what the judge what the judge was trying to say, then say, Matidia Mokano, but the fact of the case in Yan say, your decisions with your clients, it does not affect the evidence I am basing my judgment on. Finito non grata. Atachia can be your lawyer from today. From now to the 24th. If you want your lawyer to share his opinion, he has the right to share his opinion. The documents are there. He can go to Apia Kubi. Apia Kubi can hand over everything to him. He can still go to the court. They have all the documents. He can read through it and share his opinion. But opinions are optional. Addresses are optional. And nobody in Ghana can base judgments on opinions. The judge can only write his judgment based on the evidence Apia Kubi provided and the prosecution also provided. So for the judge, he's working with evidence. Whatever comes after the evidence is just optional. It is just an opinion. And this will be will say, Apia Kubi, Ofri Hono, Chairman Wontumi, Akofa Atachia, into a court, and postpone case, delay taxes. From what I have read, there is no room for anybody to postpone any case. The judge, from what I have read, with all due respect, I don't believe she can postpone any judgment. The judgment still needs to come on the 3rd of July 2026. I'll be right back after this short break. Na diakano edashishaso.
Tienshe ekwanya flood and faso bani. Enti ushe video ya yem pick lesson bi this video ayede etwagu insuo to na insuo no toye no look at how enwura rubber efi enam swimming. This is how flooding efaso ba. Hwe amnaya insuo edru hui nanka betumi akọ because insuo no no so a enko, but look at how ebesi ebu afaso si wahu say ebu afaso enti drains and you say drains in the system and drains wom all right, but a feeling tino emu besi hwe wahu senia ebu afaso enti enya akwan kakra forso ya enwura no tumi wura mu a ekoye no wo say ensuo no asan abafom enti ensuo we na beko, but definitely edi ensuiri be den ebeba anase ebebu afaso akọ amanfo adem se wo hwe senia Accra ayeya because of the population intino ama enwura rubber enuomafi adoso ensuo to na yedigum se yebo aban so bo a baby aban te no ensuiri enkoka no so enti ye ankasa na ye affected. There are some videos bi a me hu ya enipa no bɛyɛ ayini no ɔmo da so 2 days 3 days nsu after say nsu tɔɔyɛ no entumi enweyɛ ɔmo tete abɔnten ɔmo ayɛ stranded ade baako ɛyɛ o wiase paa ne sɛ wodam nsu bɛtɔ na wontumi nyɛ de ɛnda okai ompa papa bi so nanso look at how etie hwɛ so let us clean our environment na flooding enye esutumi.
This is a serious video. This is the reality. And Martina had can so many times. It's about time we started valuing or understanding or appreciating, say, trash is wealth. At this point, and I believe there, and I saw this, baller operators or tricycle operators are staging a demonstration over poor conditions at the Oti landfill site, demanding urgent action to resolve the challenges affecting waste disposal. In 2026, Ghana as a nation, we are demonstrating adentra yepe bibia to bollegu. Baller too is money. That is the problem. 2026, menya sure say you kro bia yetiswa any crow in the world yebeka say ye kotwa asase ato akofie bollegu so menya sure say any serious country, advanced country will do that. Because every single baller is money. And the tricycle operators, almost a baller, almost yet the mombufu. Yenya baby into ballengu. The whole Accra, assassin san. Mete se aye asantimemu, asantiman council, akachre the Kumasi Mayor, any regional minister say, omunko pa asase na asantiman council, emo mu green line, yanko to ballengu ho. Sana misate say Asanteman Council for so say omo pa asase dia ma Asanteman akoto ball egu so oba ayan kramemu so a ye say omo twi ball aka enkete ne say omo nya baby into ball ngu. Why are we here? They are carrying wealth. Omo kute sika na omo soa ye nya baby a ye mfa sika de nko. So you see, and me will video be, and let me show you this ansana matwaso. I hope it's the video.
Police ukwa asipa shama ukwa fulani cameraman na wini kata kese no bi aye kata the blocks out police city na yewe so be da akọ that ani topia achoki we na niam be choki na so be da akọ Ghana for your problem wey Ethiopia has an other casa. And you're fine. Community now the block na choki kata, which is very bad. Assembly ne kwa mi hu eduma mu ye ntia ye wa assembly member ne kra de Tony Play de won nya Tony Play won nya nti we me de be ma MP 20 years why ya block kata cameraman bra we ni no ye on sa nyira na ba block wa on sa nyia aba block wa ko we chi kakra on sa nyia aba block wa nti sa di we so mo force yi nti na ye de ato ye ho so nam e show aha ye police city. Say Mr. MP Honorable Ramadan Utia ani wasembe ma Tony Play munya hu adwuma ahanya eni ulego nti nsuo no choki wa say be block amanfo be kwa amanfo fie na gata ayaye no eso mfaso ne den eso mfaso ne ma me camera no mi show ni ye ke obi fie enim e na waye saadi we obi fie enim hwese na ha nyina achoki oh hwese na ha nyina achoki enya politics. This
is the reality. What would you be? A dime for time be away, no, or the bed destroy the whole community. None of the area. The area say, Omo material in us on school. Omo material in us say, Omo do more PhD, Omo den. Omo material in us more macabonim. They have seen this. The president is not going to come see this because president, you all know, MP Nukra will not see this. But more muti area, what are you doing? How do you allow, or why do you allow one person, ni fie enim, wabeshi said, dear you, what they are blocking a whole drainage. One person. We live in a community. This is not about Ramadan. This is not about, this is about us. The person who lives in the house, the people in the community, you need to approach him and be like, gutter where you. The gutter does not belong to that person. The gutter is for the government. The gutter is for all of us. You don't have the right to put these things in and block the gutter. So, you see, we need to approach these things ourselves. We as citizens, we need to be the watchdogs. Because, when your time or church for all you know, say so say a status say a yiri, na say aqua we block here, a brandy with them nebeko. Kwasi paying them. But this young man, he might lose his life, he might lose his properties. Bibiabe say, na kwasia wenti, wa blocky gata na eya buying gata no. And that is what I'm talking about. We cannot do anything that we like. Because maybe you buying there, and you have no right to destroy it. Now, when it comes to the flooding, let's be fair. I would like to speak to the government. See, the Interior Minister, the President of the Republic, we all supported it when the government decided to give the district assemblies the capacity and the support to take care of air and trash in Ghana nationwide. At least we have to revise the plan. It is getting to the point who say the district assemblies don't have the capacity. They don't have the capacity to at the end of the day collect and make sure trash does not end up on our streets again. The district assemblies are doing their part. We see it. But the issue about waste management, picking of trash, the process it goes through before it disappears totally, I believe the district assembly, they don't have the capacity to fully take this operation. I will humbly, respectfully suggest to the government that companies in Ghana that have the capacity and the ability to support the district assemblies to fight this waste management problems. It does not matter whoever they are, what they represent. If we all need to come to the table and make sure, we fight this, we need to do it. Because as much as this government is doing everything possible to give enough resource to the district assemblies to be able to handle this waste management, I believe it is going to take some time for the district assemblies to be independently resourced and adequately resourced to be able to handle waste management, because it's going to this point whereby waste management has become a national security problem in Ghana. Waste management has become a national security issue in Ghana. This is not the time we have to sit and allow it to consume us. Years and years of neglect, years and years of us not looking at this problem as an issue affecting every single citizen. It's about time we sat down and look at this issue critically. The district assemblies around the nation, they are equipped, but they are not resourced enough. And I believe that there are companies in the system. We all know, we are not saying, some companies, what system anymore. We know, at least, almost to me the almost resources kakra abwa government halfway. If even it's going to be for the next 5, 6, 7, 10 years, till the district assemblies have been resourced. Government has been able to build recycling plants. Then we can say, okay, right now we want to go independent in waste management as a nation. I believe, the waste management companies in the system, we need to engage them for them to collaborate with the district assemblies to help fight this. Because if we decide to be very rigid, if we decide to make it very rigid, in terms of fight against waste management, we are going to struggle a little bit, because the honest truth is, how many district assemblies have recycling plants? None. How many district assemblies have the capacity and equipment to be picking trash all over the place? A few of them. Some of them are even struggling with what we call maintenance of their equipment. Now we have private entities, private companies that have a little bit of experience and the capacity to, at the end of the day, help the district assemblies halfway to fight this waste management problem. In fact, I am not saying, say, Yantam Ghana waste management, enfama private entity. No. We can let the private companies or private entities understand, say, this is not a deal whereby you are going to basically benefit 100 times than the government. No. This is something you need to let the private companies in Ghana understand. Say, we are at a point where we will need everybody on board. So don't expect to be paid more than what you were taking before. And that you need to meet the government halfway, because technically this is a sacrificial job. As much as you are going to be paid, it does not mean, say, you have to coming in fully for profit or making some margins that the government cannot meet you halfway. So, engage these private companies, and we know them in Ghana. There are a lot of waste management companies, at least, omu defects, omu problems, we have encountered them. Yenim say, Sebio, almost at a point, there might be some things they did were not right, but at least, there are some few things that we believe these waste management companies, meeting government halfway. And I'm talking about the likes of Vonje and the Zoom Lions. Let's engage them. It's about time. Because we can't sit here and waste management companies are basically being employed out of the country, shipping Ghanaians out to go work in waste management fields, while in Ghana we are being swallowed by trash. We will wish that the government of Ghana will have full control on the management of waste in Ghana. But at this point, I don't think we are resourced enough. We have the equipment ready. We have the recycling equipment plants ready to be able to sustain or consume all this trash. So we have to sometimes understand that we will need the private sector's collaboration or involvement in the waste management fight. So I will advise the government with all due respect. And I know there are some companies in Ghana, along the way, some of the actions the government of the day did not like. There are some companies in the system who some of their characters sometimes the government did not see right. But that does not also take away the expertise they have. Their expertise is what we are sorting. That is what we are going after, not who they are. So at this point, I believe that if we decide to fight this, we need to, at the end of the day, engage the waste management companies that we know at least have track record when it comes to waste management. Because people can have different companies, but sometimes we cannot gloss over every single company they have. Some company might be on the right track, doing the right thing. And I believe that the government should sit back and start engaging some of these waste management companies. And we know them, they are all around. Some of them we know they have their plants. Some of them we know they have enough equipment. Some of them we know they can even add human resource to help the district assemblies to work to fight this menace. We beg you, Mr. President, and this government. This is a time that we are supposed to bring on the private sector. Let's give ourselves 5-10 years. If we want to build in every region a recycling plant, let's give ourselves that 10 years. By the moment, we would need the private sector. We would need the waste management companies to come on board. The district assemblies are struggling. They don't have the capacity. They are doing their best, but it's not easy. The amount of trash that we generate in a day, the district assemblies are going to struggle. And right now, see, we have a lot of trash. We don't know how to burn them. We don't know how to turn them into money. There are private companies, waste management companies that have more capacity to even absorb all this trash. Let's try. Let's try. Mr. President, the government of the day, we know the goodwill is there. There are so many waste management companies in Ghana. We have Jacora Ventures, City Waste Management Company, Waste Landfills Company, Wasteman Ghana, BD Waste. We have Zoom Lion, and we know the work Zoom Lion are here over the years. All these companies are around. And in fact, in Ghana, Zoomlion is one of the biggest waste management companies. Whether you like it or not, he might have his own problems. He might have his own sins. That is him. But the work, when it comes to waste management, I believe in Ghana and even in Africa, Zoomlion is bigger than most of the companies around Africa. And why should Zoomlion be coming from Ghana and we as Ghanaians be struggling with waste management? No, we are not saying that we should carry the whole waste management thing and give to Zoomlion. It doesn't work like that. But we are looking at capacity. We are looking at experience. We are looking at resource. And these are people who are all in Ghana. We cannot skip this. Let's at some point, let's all meet at the point. Let us meet these companies, especially Zoomlion. We cannot be sitting here for Zoomlion to be working in about 29 African countries, 7 other countries from being swallowed by trash, and where he is from, we cannot engage him. I'm not saying, say, Abang, Tamusikama Zoomlion, now Yenta Zoomlion billions. No. What I am saying is Zoomlion should also understand this is a patriotic job. As much as he wants interest or profit in his work, he needs to understand the kind of profit he's going to make in Zambia, he's not going to make in Ghana, because we need to help build this nation. If he's willing to do this job, he should not be expecting $1 billion interest from this job, because we all need to help one way or the other. Zoomlion is so a Pentecost elder. He needs to understand there is more patriotism. But at least, Zoomlion or the few of the Bay Juma or the Nippon Bay Juma, he needs to be paid for his job. And we need to, at the end of the day, make sure that we are putting our money where at the end of the day we will get results. Very important. So this is my advice, because now in a video, you see Kumasi, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST. Yes, the whole place was flooded. Like, it doesn't make sense. Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. So you people here are there. Aflade Amatech is one flade. Intimu University of Science and Technology. Inti school na mutibu na mo build school. Engineers na bugumna. Yeah, architects. Yeah, dear no. Inti musu bugu school na tech odena mudi gobena mudi anasa de na moye. At least we should see, like, this is where I will say, okay, tech for a system bia in Sobia to tech it me ra a day, so we more form na copy. That's the idea to one so couldn't quasiade. Jantra. Oh, we got Kevin did you got your 2-4. That's a bit lecture crasini be as all tech. Or tell us John Mams about Jimmy who true. So yes, lecture be or tech who said the minimum de ochro. And John Mahama has failed to say from who true Domada with you crash over Zankra for Tonka. You believe in grind. And you tell John Mahama has failed, and then they say, found for Trocon and your cousin. What a tech war. What a tech war, Jantra and Jama. Intimate to me and device be was okay. Se se ko take insu to nyina yiri tech pass obe wusa insu yiri de oboa enti muto na ye architect ye engineering ye planning and na there mu nyina take class radio so jimi muto be ko take be 30 years na to radio so ai ye na ye square ye na ye PhD and so be her salary $2,000 e jimi fo and then you PhD and you go school of tech and want to mean more salary go do $500 a year for Yes, yeah, but degree. I poor. I be or say be ade. You take a better radio soon. Kwasi kika. Jimmy at your crasi. Yes, Rosie Bank can have a juma. Yet you crasi. Anna, your trade, you have a PhD is also Kwasia or Junso Crane Tada at Tanadem. Jimmy, Ukwana Jaya or Junso going to Minko. Anna, move from a PhD, not at the Kwasiati radio, so take an afladeno. An engineering school, science, technology school. You people could not come up and say, okay, right now, Fladeno or say tech party, Obe Rasa campus, it is always a Zota baby, Yagum, and Anquasiade, whole week. And Anquasiade, no, we have a charge, we free a bronze, so show girl be a jano, Yankabro, pigeon, a twin cat, and a debia premiership, Yagumu, and a movie friend, Jimmy, oh my God. This boy, what you go to? Why because every tech be a cabrofo? And a good tech. Kwasiade. Now, this is a school, science and technology school. Your lectures gum apeteshi. Omega, or China de Mitiate. Or China, what was our responding free tech via Cabrofo? Maybe Jamie and Tiasia Cabrofo was in the Braba. Nothing. There's no practical thing. Banchre. School ben pana obeko Asia. School ben obeko Europe. I say, aha, science and technology. Na nsua to and nsua yiri. Hey. And then from kwaji besin. Momra ne from kwaji body. Because if so be any technology na musu anim, science ne enye mo na muso mo planning. Mo nya akito ho no mo. E dey pa na mo nya na tech wo. E dey de so owiase a mo nya bi wo ho. Ahwene nyina mo hihye bi ahwene mo hihye bi o tech e dey na mo je na mo tech ese nsuo yiri yetete nsuo ni yenti ase o yentimi ko lectures na school na mo to no ene se mo ko pan no wen ene ka mo ko pan no mfa so be ba mo so ana mo ko bo eto mo ko bo fantedoko no e dey nsem hunu no ana e transit point keke ha de obeji set bi ane ekọ ene omo so matena school mu acha bo mu nkokora Kumasi Assemblyman, ya PhD, normally to radio so, obu pay ndru $500. Here for only life savings bia, on net, only bibia. And a Kumasi in Krasisam, oh, and the woman and Namkakra, where do you juma how? I wouldn't even know. Oh, wait. Men I met up pre-control, Montumis, oh, kind, oh, Abrantia, I mean, I said, oh, Oti radio so, oh, Abrantia, oh, I don't know, and take a crack on San of the Kumasi. I and I would Mr. Kanka unyi opportunity kakranka. I wouldn't can assume no. And I wouldn't my brantiano. Said I be on LT radio so I say no na me yase pema. Omuyam hunter sem kotre. Kwasiake kan Jimmy. Omunsua de mfa improvement bi amba. Ochina bitiate. Famomo kwasiafo. Cha 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 cha. Twin it, hey, mama, hey. Nyata, nyata, nyata biloko, nyata, nyata nagai, nyata, mama, twin it, hey, pick it up. Twin it, hey. Ah cha 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 cha. Twin it, hey, mama, hey. Nyata, nyata. Thank you for the job. I want to do my time. Ghana, the head in Sobe Shemra. And you see, where's our Shemra pet? Then people want to threaten you. Che, you have 20 hours. I'm quite sick. I'm munjai come. Now, I'm quite sick. I'm a body pass or Ghana. Overcall, dominated radio. So, I'm Jama out me. You're Jelena. Ibrahim Mahama Bako James Rihanna Kwasia. And me video be yes Santase. Kumasi Santase, you see a quiet the whole ring road na connected to Santase to Obuase, Nina so a room called a yes Antimemu area no. And the yama a man for Mutekwa who notices a munyi mu contain and free on a ye be ye quine na. Ready. Ya Shemra Emma MC Kumasi Mayor. Regional Minister, ye did notice about Brenko for say, Santa say ye ba be ye kwino. Ye be ye kwani nyina tum se be ya traffic no, emu be da ho, ufri G na oba Santa sia. Nyoma be ye easy ni ade che say, ya man notice, emende. Ya Ghana ban aye na je say, ye yi containers na ya start ya kwina, he dey see Kumasi. Eh. You see, this is when Oba Santimemwa theatrics nyomano. You see, this is not the first time. Yaka senkofu in yom nyoma ana continents or kwani emeya kwine. This is not the first time. And Oba Santimemwa sibia nipebi ema nyomebi yeno. Just say everything is about drama. Everything is about drama. Yabeka chao say, yaba be ya kwine. Yabe ma mo time also moving free or oda hote. I feel your pain. But you didn't come a catcher or say, ye na yaba be ya kwine for unim yabe chro container home. So why do you wait? I don't know what's now. Na day na a car a excavator be so be kwine na you see afi na o se camera ba. O yire ne mi akabo se me mote. Sebio, mame. Ya catch us say you contain away. Time a kind and count to one or more. I can deal with Kensi. Ne yirin and no no, and it was room where tino. Run away in this so. Obiani winning tokwa. Adena Santasika krake. Young Cacaso be in the container free Santasi. A baby or container nisino. A horna yebedi jumano. Ya bema can say, ye, yama womre, wen ye. It's a day way away, no, and no, oh, yeah, for dear, and no, dear now, Benya, because at the end of the day, ube you container, no. It's a day, Tina, a mrana, you bet catch will say you container, no, one pay baby of a container, uncle. And any dear okay, any dear oh, ye, and a bema container, and yengi, your problem back on no. Sebiani a sympathy, yet, and a day way, a sewer gonna be, but a sentiment to do a pa, nesipa, dear oh, ye. Enti ya bro maimu ha ya oyire ne kabo se papa na ogina wani mu gina wiemu na o ka se free container no be adwuma no oni mo no so ye okom came a task force na ogina ho na se tie me no okay ono so dey the hospital KM ni na ono aba na ono so gina wiaso no sesi ese na yira wo ontumi nkọ KM forum so obegina no sesi obi so ba ewu but also ye na dwuma internet de bia mo pese te say obi tan obi pewakun obi how ya shem ya catch no ye be yi container ye ba be ye kwan afa ho na wote ho na de na dua afi na wo bebo wiyam na nko na wo Ghana wonko ana sebio ukure jawo ana ukunu ho kire no edie no sa nyoma we intihwe emre o mka say container anka utu nwa na mo a anka sa de wenkebesi theatrics de bia drama de bia mo pese obi wusa mo ka bibi na eno no de ne beye oye dan uyi container no enti ka utu nwa na mo a mete se ukunu o se be ma bi ka cho se yi nyoma ni free mu eno no we ne de ne be brew because an agreement no ka say anka 3 months ago and 2 months ago na uyi container ya anka sa problem ka uni ade na de bia mo de mo ko hye nsem mu ana mo gisa mo ye sa nyawane na enkofo te a esesa obi adwene ana ensesa bibia wo na obebre sa nyoma no mo ya ensesa bibia wo me kai say ye besi kejetia ede na ensi wa santime mu almost start say omudwi kejetia John Mahama breso a ye start say ye besi kejetia ede na ye hu amanfo dwa omo ho adeja enanti kuma say ye ba betu asantefo ma Africa kejetia that time old kejetia Ketia market Central market that time no na sebio mo ton ade a munni wo konkom na mo aso konkore de akọ edien subin akohwe gum sebio that time na mmema ehu mo jada mo deja mo dwonso a na mmema ni tia mo de ntoma na kata mo ho odwom ye ka say e ba be si sa Central market se kejetia die na ensi eduabo ben na mambo ende uba kejetia magistors na boso ende ye ba kejetia magistors na boso obi ba ha so we umfiri krom ha ye ma amenem na ton ade wa ha and so you were the same people who were cursing the government mona na muyi moton eyi modufugu so say mo ye kire adan a adentina ban ebetumo and so na kejetia ho na mano ekọ monsa koma no eho na munye sika de hwe mo ma adan na mumu bi motesa adena moma oman chichire edin adena mo hye de kataboni eye mo ho mo bi mo dan mo ho abaifo se ye pese ye chichire man ya adena mo yesa eno de na wo benya ade a wo yi enya ade a besesa eye plan no plan ne bekoso ade a mo yi enya ade a besesa plan no ebekoso enti ye be mawo eye den ye be mawo se move a no we move na akọ wo ha no sen ye nim de si wo santememu time be sike yetia ede na yehu e beto be chem videos ye wa santefo ma bebre because ebi mu say ai be ma ton ade no o ma ton ade 30 years o ma koji eduro abehye ho e na ye bedwi ho egu nti o ma duro no mo mpene ade a ye bedwi ho egu nti o ma duro no mo mpene o ma koji nnuro aba behye ho sa de ntire ye bedwi store no ye se ye ba be si store pon now okan Ghana mrana ma men kan kire mo Nicaragua fo no ye ka mo asema na mbu ofu Nicaragua fo ma men kan Ghana mra bi kire mo and this emra the local government omo ho kwan say sa de we ometuma ya na so muntumi nye muntie na munjai sa wuntumi radio na mutie ne sa nkwase radio no omo dada mo omo kan no kire ma men kire mo bi mo ma na mo asantemem ni Ghana ha nyina na ayana metropolitan assemblies and I say district assemblies no eyi mo free bia mo ni aye kwan no emran said amran ka this is the law Local Government Act 2016 my men kan kire or say this law gives power to metropolitan municipal and district assemblies. It states that assemblies can 1 regulate physical development and land use. Assembly no KMA no omo to me say I say yeah, the stores sisi ha ana asasu edi ometumi aka say aha yeah for stores sisi ha. They can regulate physical development. Enti so omo ka so omo yi kwan fa ha na ha say the yi kwan fa ha na say stores sisi ha mo na nkasa mo be kire mo omo the right to say mo yi mu stores in free o. Where ye Ghana Mbra Act 2016 Act 2016 Act 936 and I make a chiro. Almost also they can issue or refuse permits for temporary structures. That is containers, kiosk, sheds. Almost I to me. KMA, district assemblies, metropolitan assemblies. Almost to me say at the end of the day, almost refuse to permit saha Memphis Tonsia. The metropolitan assemblies, district assemblies, and what we call municipal assemblies, they can say it's a container we Memphis here, almost to me, Ghana Mrao. And yes, will be time will be almost 2 minutes of yes, sir. Some of it ye impuntu jumebi and bibia. Now they can also remove unauthorized structures in public spaces. KMA almost to me. The Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, Ghana Mbra Local Government Act 2016, Act 936, no, omu 2 means or containers, you make say yifri. Yes. Omu 2 me say o containers ya KMA, AMA, CMA, one they can tell you container we yi because emra emo kwan so munyesa. Sometimes mama enjai sa ensam kekanana obi yebeto atia emra ewo. Now, so even if the container is yours, you still need 1, assembly permit, and 2, approved location, zoning compliance. If the container ni yaudi akrapa, still ube here permit every day, metropolitan assembly, district assembly. If the came for also, if the came for ban, then because I say munyi container na, you have no right to say no. Or bet to me you munyi na free. Intimate tranga say obi and then without it becomes an unauthorized structure on public land. It came a troll store say ye sa stores we mun free you to kwaya for her only right to be able to no mempene. Enti ade we or somebody ase some ba no make say mun stores ye be kwaya for mun stores no your local government act e bo mo ban so mun yesade no. And yes, obi time obi eyemra ene yede chichire man. We all don't know these things. Enkwasiafo mu ti omo wuntumi omo nka nkyere mo. Enkwasiafo mu so be PhD WTT radio so akọ school omo salary $500. They can tell you this. They are not intelligent enough. These are stupid people omo tie kurase and na momo bode na momo banche na momo nyame nhira no omo nim nyansa. They can't tell you your problems. They can't help you people solve your problems. Because Omo muti radio so Ghana nyina no ewo asantime 90% on person bank crying on person be say crying for. I'm telling you, their standard is to come to Accra. Enti some radio presenters on Kumasi no, their standard is to move from Kumasi to Accra and become somebody. E ho na yenim nipa onim so tie kurase, no matter the obey no, he or she cannot be recognized. Enti any wa America no ye ka bibia kire mu amunji yendi. Me say, more asantimemu. 90% of radio from Tiwano, they are working to please people in Accra. In Tomatina TV, no mu juma. Their mind is all say in Cranfone we are now. How are the Accra people seeing us? Accra for no omu we say ye near be ye jumani ye. A honorable standard war. So they are not there to educate you people. They are in Kumasi sitting on radio stations speaking to impress obi or one kind say oh you Kumasi me sure so bank that is their standard. They are not there to serve you people in Asantuma, to educate you people. They are serving people in Accra to be recognized. And intina omukon crying omukon event omuntumi nkasa omudun crying. Omo tie and die long sleeves no mabogu dem no mo tie down ho Mahmoud Bawumia meet the press 2024 mo journalist for mo fru Kumasi afa no mo tie down ho. And I'm telling you yen na ye kire mo de ebesi yen ye wa America enti se keme ba no ka se yunyoma na se obetro wo dan ho a start na you container no na emra local government law na ebo ne ho ban se onye saa ni enjai saa ye bre me yoba anka oni metru kwan ni saa nkwasasam na nya adwuma. The whole media and so bang the whole media in Kumasi me nya otwe me nya doa Mu media for Kumasi. 99% of radio journalists, print media mo Kumasi, omu nyina pese omu kon crying because mumusa omu say Kumasi, omu start Kumasi omu way, omu stand at the encrying so no mu go Jimmy, enti utumi say baby ofri kono. There's nothing better he's going to get there. I'm telling you. I've worked with these people before. Most of radio journalists from Ghana, Kumasi, one bedroom, one room, no mote. Obiani Kumasi as you trying to cut over $2,000, which is 12,000 Ghana cedis. Kumasi. Obiani ho. And say you will be cut 12,000 Ghana cedis a month. Yeah. Obiani ho. Nobody. Me probably over to mentia. Say me 30,000. 40,000. Now no, I want to know 5 years old 40,000. Or trim bidding guana or the 40,000. Or the advert banner. Now, sa advert boy, a day clinic, a day baby drew, and a son of 200 Ghana, 300 Ghana. All these people are Omunyamotonia, a young fool. Monomody mood in Thomas or Nomanam, race course. I ran to Yanimu. Onye, and the bra, Benti Benguma, Mianti Bengu. Me say, Uko Kumasi journalist for now. Jomundi mamu ya no menam jom. Onye, o say, I ready. Na sisi amu kwai, oso, oso bra. What trust? Mamu bengu. Ni egu bengu so, na ni hu fifre. Odibe gua yedi asi yedi entasi o hwe misi de omo ya MPP e ndisi be tuom sa de bia ofa force fo ma ne se ofa e de issue baako yi baako ye bia makuri light esi so Cambodia should be near the show. Oh, you can move back, Ruwe, you need a shabagum. Ni pay no. Only challenge Papa Bia or a brabo. It's a Kumasi radio station in our job. Na Kenya Saba. Uko be radio ko be jom radio ni nyina wo jom na mo ai ubi radio station get tag no cartoon ubi ya force out just radio announce the Kumasi radio ubi get I say no cartoon ubi ya where the man amani just say ubi radio no pia that's what dam ai radio si jom na dia at the papa ben and the papa tumaka me go for minimum na nyini ye I want to tell you almost for no dom. I saw Mukobe, Omni baby. Omni baby. Now, yeah, check out your pizza. Hey, now we say, Montrase, Momo Club Bako, the Biamabo. Aye, yeah, now, Omram Twitter radio is almost less car. Aye, the Biomedi. Or Tase, a real show that must say someone in Amoria to her. A radio be a nim. Yet chow antifosti, a weird diane, or South and Tresso. Yet chow whether Dominic Waha, I don't think I'm find Chiamao, antifosti no, yet that was say, I let my truffle or said you and Opedian, Ediano Gua. Kumasi radio, Apple. Soft Mammy Christie, where the radio, yet the inchia and what ding, and the 100 Gano. E here for a bubure here at the sready bofro kwasi ajot ni wi ai we there ye there show in there about I me go for I ewie ye chia eye Mr. Kwame Afosa eton cars ewo Zongo Junction. Kwame ye chiao na ye wapa bia also ye friend no bra otin jesi ono de obi anim no udu Awonaga Junction ono ene bia restaurant a emu ofe ye dase pa matese minian say bra otin jesi ene wie be chiao ye be fa ho na ye chia wo ne sweet mother. Oh, you know, so ye nipa bia or ye nipa pa nyame hyiram oboa ewiam ko di bengu o omni ska ye ntia ho ka asresre go a oja ochire de bewu Mapon. There you go. Mapon, bye. Aye. Where ye chia a sister Conne wo a South Central so you see for in bar where ye chia when you sister for in bar and you bray yo a year wakeeping be call a war a year bantama east side or chenko for be go didi enwumre ye nua ba ko ne maame oto London ye say ebusua betena se ye ne kwam feed ye be fa no ho na mo hu sen be 5 o'clock on ye be fa kwam feed say ehore na ba na ye friend Joe Sport wo no say ene ye betena se enti o ka chenko for say mo beton samaye ai or friend nkofo aya momra ho 5 mo beton samaye ehiafo atamfo ehiafo nyame hira you meet tomorrow. God bless you. Cheers and good night. Aboatwe gi egigim. See you tomorrow.
Yo, we are best fishermen. No no answer my Aboatwe. You will for Belgium fan. It was a tia Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. Why you why round what? Why you super why round what? It was for Belgium fan. It was a tia Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. It was a Belgium fan. Why you why